Kari dauragi meibo. Yadri ne, guys. Yadri ne. I quit do yam lang khala ida. I karakatu inyo nga daidi. Anto ni handak pore dio ni lore do di. Ay face cam hapa yadre guys nga sige di waro yadre face cam hap tabi do ina kano towers.
As well, but the next one should be an export because it's not. It's going over for SRG.
Draft pick how ba?
No picks yet to shut it down.
Man, forget draft pick how
Is this the Farsa here for SRG or the Navaria?
Navaria. No, I don't see Navaria. Farsa looks okay. I would like to say even good.
And then they pick the Hayabusa.
The only problem is actually get that catch.
Sorry?
I said like for the left side, Farsa is okay, but the only problem is get that catcher. So, or maybe if you get the Marco of the Selena.
Oh, a glue.
Face cam hap terus ya ida kaino tournament yang mo adunia iji.
They're telegraphing.
Kano full screen o hela ge ko duda.
I mean, if
face
it
cam
isn't
di yadram ni na.
You change the way you play.
Video image one ko position video
completely.
But it is one of Cram's signature, even in MPL MY. Picking that up, he just has a smile on his face, you know. So not gonna confirm he the pick, but it's definitely one of the options.
Kada sao no ini yeng ase face cam yadram ni na guys kana de.
Having such a lethal hero pool. Why don't they take the time with this?
You need to think about it. Yeah, as Lachlan mentioned, there are two options. You have export or you remove Go. And yeah, they understand that they need to remove Go.
So they would risk it against Ikram, but they will gut check Sekai.
Final do ya hala. Final do in Semakke.
I feel like we agree that King Kong needs to have an amazing game for Onic Philippines to have an amazing game. SRGOG, they have the opportunity. Maybe they're just gonna pick up the very bursty mid lane to make sure that the export doesn't get online, making sure that the Faraga armor is always get taken down.
And that's where heroes like Farsa come in.
Maybe even the Valentina. I can't even see that one happening.
Valentina, yeah, actually you can steal at least 2 ultimates if they pick Xborg. I mean, SRGOG. So that's a good option. But do we need to pick right now Xborg?
No, not really. Looks like they pick up the Phovius here. Not a good matchup against the CC, but looks like they just want a heavy front line here. I mean, to be fair, Phovius wins against the CC early game, but once the CC gets the War Axe, then you start struggling.
And maybe they want to prevent like potential
Araba
for Onic Philippines.
Yes.
Ooh.
It's still
Ano rin mo na sana ako rin mi kun chuda lay haba.
One stone here. Didn't even cross my mind. Good catch, Destroyer. I think the Arlet.
I forgot Arlet exists.
Yeah, because again,
because I don't like it.
1-0 times.
Handak kano.
So these are the options.
Handak po ba yadam ni niya si Messi. Padan draft pick to padan am tataw.
You need Farsa. You need burst, sir.
Farsa and Purify.
Oh, they pick up Boxia roam here.
There it is.
Yep.
Oh no, it's Valentina.
Yep, they pick up the Valentina. I think they're seeing this X-board pickup and really want to get that last insanity, which honestly kind of works against SRGOG's draft. I mean, like, hey, we doubted the Valentina before, all right?
So if not burst, sheer initiative. You just out tempo your trio
mid, very macro,
and just okay.
Interesting decision from Onic Philippines. So they're like literally biting SRGOG. Okay, go for it. You pick Xborg. Last insanity for us also. And there's a question: for whom it's better?
Imagine we're setting up and they don't even pick up the Xborg. Like, just imagine, right?
Well, there's a chance they don't because it's so obvious now.
Yeah, right. Because of the Valentina, now they got to think about it. And they pick up the Joy instead. Not an amazing matchup here. Not a great draft for the Joy.
Confirm 2 things to steal, right? Easy pickings. AOG or on freely unlocked electrifying beats?
Oh, it's so hard to say which draft I like more. I would like to say Onic Philippines. If we see Xborg, I maybe would say like SRGOG, but for now, Onic Philippines.
Well, either way, right now is match point for SRGOG. Can Onic Philippines extend the series? Thank you very much, gentlemen Leo, as well as the Destroyer. And right now for gate number 4, Brigida and Mirko.
Storm may chale ibo.
Thank you so much, and we
Ay no,
are at
ay yung
the
mura no.
match point
Ay nga si Happy
for
Adre.
SRGOG, 1 win away before they get a chance to head into the grand finals once more.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, guys.
We'll see
Let's
how
go,
it
let's go,
goes
let's
as
go.
they decide to lock in the joy for their last pick, even up against this kind of lineup. But the question lies too in, could Onicph pull off a successful Fragrant Utility draft as well in this kind of situation? Do you feel like it could still be a comfortable game for King Kong despite the presence of the Selena, despite the presence of the Gato Kacha and all that?
That's a great question, Brig, and it really comes down to the players to answer it, because at this point, the thought of glory, once again reliving the glory from the past of MSC 2024 lingers over SRG, as Onic Philippines are the one placed in a tough spot. Yes, the blue side has had a 100% win rate, so by statistics, Onic Philippines, they've gotten themselves a pretty good chance, but it's SRG in Riyadh. That's like home turf.
They just look like they're so much in shape right now, even in terms of the way they're able to outpace Onicph overall, even though we've known Onicph to be one of the teams who have been always that consistent team when it comes to the patterns, when it comes to the rotations, and they, yes, forced out a flicker out of Innocent, but that's all that matters right now, literally keeping him safe and in the game. Up against Keller, who's been managing it well, but looking at the emblems real quick. Okay, that's
Onic supporter o mathasa aduni ni tension ja roi bine ji kara lai ji as kari da hair ni tension ja sak tum lam jal lai ra ji as
first to rotate out, and that's what they plan to do as they control over the majority of the part of this game, and that's something that does sound very achievable for them, considering that they're on the Gato Selena. Oh, but wait, yeah, Keller, he looks mad.
Yeah, after what SRG did to them last game after the brutal strong side pick.
Yep.
Definitely is mad. Is able to win out the
SRG.
as well on
I give punch the yela ka dum lai ka to mi tu la.
Flicker out already. Doesn't land the abyssal arrow and King
Kong. Yela dum lai ra punch the man.
Turtle. Definitely prio for Onic.
Yep. They're paying so much attention to Phobius, which I feel is another question we have to look at later on. How are they going to make use of this hero? But here comes the fight.
Fight live. Yes! 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 Yes!
Philippines, and it's a big bonk to Cram. Kirk gets the kill.
Yes!
2-0 to start the game and invade. And the Turtle, they've gotten everything, and Stormy, not even given the chance to read.
Laura kan dali ku futi fu ni. Laura kan dali ku futi fu do ni.
We're getting in this game.
Let's go, Nick. Let's go. Let's go.
Struggle for Cram. He did flicker in, decided to go for Dark Wave, surprise Onicph, but they were ready. Even Kellera made it to the fight, interestingly, even without the SOD landing. So it was literally Onicph just deciding to brute force their way through that fight, and I feel like that in essence is what they could be capable of, considering the kind of lineup they have. This is a Fragrant and the Baksha, so you have enough tankiness to deal with everything and affability in terms of the Valentina too. Oh, but Killer!
What a read by Yones. Just holding that
Most of the game is the rank type the game totally
SRG. That's what you get when you don't go for Purify up against a comp with the Selena, right? Like once you get Chain CC, there's absolutely no way you get out of the Abyssal Arrow. Brusco's doing a pretty good job at stopping the wave from crashing into the turret, but it will end up hitting. I think it should still be Kellera making it in time.
No.
Oh, now he has to go and use that SOD.
Yeah.
Right, so he gets it, does a little bit of damage to Innocent, but he loses a lot of gold, and Innocent is now in the lead.
That's not to mention that he's already 101. He has a kill, he has an assist, and he did get a decent amount of energy shields down bottom. So if SRG get to allow Innocent to snowball again, then that's like one out of the
Onic, let's go.
many things
Onic,
that they
let's
get
go,
to
man.
take off their list in terms of how they're able to activate their lineup in this game. And so far, so much pressure has been placed on the gold lane. They're literally making things so much more difficult for Kelra to dominate the way he usually dominates his lane. And now he has to rely on the SOD in order for him to catch up and get a bit of assists here and there. But SRGOG are the ones holding the turtle right now. What is going to be planned?
Yes! King Kong! King Kong! Pale! Moscow tulong ni Tasalune. Nice!
A kill, and again, it's Onic Philippines who take the lead away from SRG and die from Prince. This could be a solo assassination. One more basic attack. Oh, Sky's able to Kirk falls, trying to zone SRG away. Kelra, can he get this turret? That is going to be the turret.
No, he can't get that turret.
He's walking over the back.
Valentina,
although it will be traded back. Brusco, Shield, Unity, over to Stormy.
Stormy flicker right now.
The ult
Selena
gets hit by it. Stormy gets out.
Even when Onicph
Ngasay ahum suba miss to kay nune ba tat lawang am giti ba khaba aduna goal ito am difference am lai gre ba.
And it's interesting to see that it still worked in the end for them. Super Prince did such a great job managing the members in the backlines, managing Sekai's even all by himself on this Joy. Fortunately, just lacked a single more basic attack to take him down. But even other than that, in the previous fight which happened in the Turtle Pit, Onicph, with the amount of crowd control sustained that they have, were effective enough to isolate away a single member. And so even during that moment wherein we felt that Kelra might have just used the SOD in a not so good spot, was actually able to still survive, reposition, and also help in taking down that one isolated member that Onicph had. So they just have to keep this pace, they have to keep this sequence going, so they're able to make use and maximize their lineup more. Because like Onicph, essentially, maybe that's one of the strengths of their lineup. Like, they don't necessarily rely on each other too much, and they can do plenty of things even by themselves, even when no one's really paying attention to where the other members are.
Again, yeah. So plays. Arrows. Shield Unity with a taunt now, locking crowd down.
Nice King Kong! Nice King Kong! Pre-Tartalinero! Nice GG!
That's a spear of misery to pin Cram down yet again. And Onic Philippines are keeping the lives of Game 5 up and running.
Yep, they're still staying in this game. They do not want to have win just like that. They've done it twice. They've won against SRGOG twice, even way back at 6, and they do not want to get or allow that revenge to come in anytime soon. So we did mention the entire idea about individual plays and Onicph being good at that. But even when, or especially when, you let them play like this together, and set up the also going to work well. Oh, Sekai is so close.
Rich Renangle can't come into the corner to turn it there.
Nice! GG! Kelra GG! GG, my boy!
Selena all dashes towards the arrow and doesn't get hit.
I mean, that's one of his signature heroes, so in a way he still gets to use it. I think that was a surprise in the draft 2 earlier, like he didn't, or they did.
They saw Selena and Prince was like, Coach, I want to play Selena.
In any way I can.
In any way, and why not? It's like, sure, here's the Valentina, you can now play Selena.
I mean, even now.
Goal little 5k ne ba hero gidi last ta GG ko ningai ko harau ning di ko she match mari su bune ai harau ning di,
and just to surprise everyone. So he's just capable of doing all these surprises on the Valentina. But oh wait, King Kong.
Pudong ne nice GG Pedri lo thok re
in up top. Prince again steals away the Death Sonata. 1-2, are we gonna get a third shot? There you go.
Yes, the answer is yes. Super Prince just doesn't fail to surprise whenever he gets his hands on the Valentina. And So he has what, how many options now? He hasn't even been getting the AOG. It's been mostly the Death Sonata or that Selena from Stormy. Like maybe Sekai's could even be one of the best options if you would propose, but Super Friends, the way he's playing now it's a free objective going to the hands of Onic PH.
Sigi Messi Karen na khalo Onic na ko. Sigi Messi Onic na Karen khalo.
So once
Plus
again, it's another case of being
mathang last match tu ne ba. Last match ka ba mi tu ne ba. Final sang tu je.
Fredrin is him right now. Like the Baksha is kind of like, I think he's fallen off quite a bit. I think maybe because of the hot fix that changed his defenses, he's now much more squishy. So even with the poisons, even with the damage reduction, you kind of have to rely on snowballing early to be the tank that you are. Fredrin on the other side, he relies on himself, yo. He's a Chad. He's a...
Adune kill that damage hadari adune. Adage karki damage is yung udana. Ish.
And Onic, they've done a good job at managing the waves up top as well. Kirk holding his own against Skies. This actually might be an electrifying beats used by Skies. He's gonna continue to chase Kirk.
4v4 taro ne.
Skies, yeah, has to go all the way back to recall.
Earlier though, but it seems like they still have other ways to potentially set things up. Oh wait, nice upsell arrow.
Nice. She driven to there. Nice, GG King Kong. GG King Kong. GG.
That's Sonata again. And now it's gonna be King Kong locking.
Nice kill run. Nice. GG. Ayan, middle lagre.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the episode, we're getting a game 5.
Game 5, we are getting game 5.
We are going all
GG Onic guys. GG Onic.
Today. Man.
Ay haraw yaudri. Ay haraw yaudri.
It's everyone's fault.
Last match what li?
You know what? If PH seemed like they lacked range, maybe the constant IMU.
Matang match ni mata sa tu je tu ni.
Super friends. I don't know anymore. I'm just
ay haraw ti. Ay haraw ti ko. Ay haraw ti.
Coach, I want to play Granger.
I want to play Granger. I want to play Selena.
Like ay haraw ti. Ay haraw ti.
And he played God earlier.
Ay haraw ti.
So I'm not entirely sure the Valentina for Super Friends in this case, because like there are just so many potential pickups that could really change the flow of the game, and we've literally changed the flow of the entire series. So let's hear what our panelists have to say about game number 4.
Thank you very much, Brigida, as well as Mirko. It couldn't happen any other way. It had to go all 5
Sagot
games.
pa to yadre bro. Pin kamento idong tong pao.
SRGOG losing the
Urang wane na pin kamento ito.
SRG saw the counter matchup. So why? You pick up the Phobias into the CC. You pick up the Joy against the Fredrin. These are things that they themselves has utilized. So the question is, why?
I don't think it's as simple as the lane to lane. Again, these two teams are the best of the best. MSC champions, M6 world champions. They understand
Mani, tatal fai ngam bai ne. Mama me sa tatal do amuk pau low de ne. Handak ti yong handak ti king ko na tatal ahum lag low di yong game change goal defense la ido.
Because again, look at Onic now. They did not check the box for full burst, right? But they got trio mid priority. That's the story of Super Friends' Valentina. I'm convinced that this man is a savant. He's a maestro when it comes to playing this hero. He plays it in his sleep, I reckon. But for SRGOG though, look at this lineup. It's the opposite. It's the complete opposite. It plays individually. It plays, all right, we just make sure that this happens. Even that Joy pick at the last moment, like that was something we were even questioning.
Joy last pick, a lot of questions, because yeah, I understand from one side you don't want the last insanity to your opponents, but you see like two big front laners, like the utility jungler, you see the Baksha, and you understand like CC
King Kong angry mode, yeah man.
And yes, it's like the perfect pick for Xborg. Yeah, and from the opposite side, Valentina. Yes, but you overload her. Anyway, you got Selena, you got Kacha, even the Sonata with Granger. So a lot of opportunity to steal, but it's more priority for you, and you don't use it.
The Valentina here doing over 5,000 damage per minute. Super Friends really doing a lot with this Valentina, so I kind of feel like whatever he picks up,
Face game je horen fazana
as of
same
now,
da way yaar ai
can
gi
no
se ka dora
longer
bano
be
khang
questioned because
Yeah.
he's the monster mage.
His use of the Valentina defies all preconceptions about the hero. About how, oh, there's got to be 1 or 2 big ticket ults. Oh, you have to still apply, you know, the principles of drafting. Like there has to be some level of burst elsewhere. This is a lane bully, so your sidings have to be. No. You don't understand. This is Super Princess Valentina. It's built diff, and that's one of the things now we have to consider. Maybe even SRGOG, this might have put the fear of God into them, because now you only not see blue side win a lot. Not only must you ban the Yusun Shin, the Lancelot, the Selena, like these things are still true. You just have to add that. You have to respect Super Princess Valentina.
You can't make that kind of bans. I mean, yes, you have to respect, but you can't ban it. You need to make the priority for the other heroes, maybe potentially the options when Valentina can't steal the buttons from you, but also if you make this priority, you're like shooting in your leg, because you're making yourself less resources that you can use.
This is how high stakes competition gives you questions, and you got to give the answer, because we started with the best of 5. Now essentially this is a 500,000 USD best of 1. Every pick, every ban, there's money in stake for that one. So honestly, if I was SRGOG, I would consider that Valentina ban, because you don't want to go into a situation where when you lose and then afterwards you're like, we should have banned it.
You're right. Now going into the next draft, one must consider what are the mid lane priorities for SRG now. Number 1, ban the Selena. Number 2, put a Farsa or something onto Stormy. Come the turnaround, because we now know that Onicph like to put Super Friends in 4 and 5, regardless of blue or red. Ban the Lo Yi, because that's something that you gotta respect too. And then also just ban the Valentina, because usually what do we see alongside that Lo Yi ban, right? We last saw a Novaria ban.
And
You saw, but yeah, you saw that match, right? You saw that match with the game with Team Spirit. It took Onic almost 20 minutes to try and get that matchup, that team comp online. So it's very risky to play the Novaria. I don't think it's as good as it is.
You know, you mentioned like one Loi, one Selena, and then I just one Yushun Shin. So you don't have that amount of bans. That's the problem. You need to understand what's the priority for you, and that's the thing that I asked to make SRGOG the previous time. When you see the first pick, okay, I just asked do the same. If it worked, go again Farsa and go again Kalea. It's okay. It's a priority pick for you.
So maybe that's the reason why they lost. The Kalea finally got banned out. So without the Kalea, now they're like, okay, we got
Fredrin and Farsa,
yeah. Either way, yeah, this is going to be the final time they draft against each other, and we all expected this. Saying this is going to go all
matha sa game lakto ra as ai di matha sa harabani ni face game su yate adagi kaino su yate as matha ro bini jagati matha kai nei problem sa lai.
This could go either way. No matter what happens, we just got to accept the result.
Onic ID ro 530 dai ne Onic ID gina 530 dai ne.
This is whatever
the last game
hot feeling down the bottom of your stomach was. They've been feeling it since game 3, even game 2. Because I'll tell you now, folks, being in that very same arena as a fan yesterday, as I watched Onic Philippines versus Team Spirit, it is unmatched. It is there's nothing quite like it. So when they put people on camera, when you see those reactions, you see but the tip of it.
You know, now I understand when you said it's more hard to stay at the venue.
Oh, it's hard.
Yeah,
It's hard.
yes.
Exhausting, draining.
Right now I understand, because it's like a roller coaster. My team won, lost, won, lost. It's like a match point for everyone.
These folks right here, look at that.
I mean, like for me, my blood pressure gets high. My throat is out of it. I have no more voice after all that screaming. Heck, one time I wanted to puke. That's how intense the emotions was.
You need to live of the momentum. Right now,
Yeah,
right
you need
here.
to live with the momentum.
Maybe it's the last time when you're cheering for your team. I speak with the audience, definitely.
By the way, just saying, this is just the first semifinal match. We got another one after this.
Onic ID yang je bro yang dui ni kaino Onic versus Onic tara di mai chan ni se adune Onic versus Onic tara di Onicph na kan.
Such a long series, and it's just the first one.
But luckily, unlike the RRQ SRG match yesterday, these go quick. Like if you lose,
Oh yeah.
it's like a chess match. Like, all right, I made a mistake right here. Let's just wipe it. Let's do it again. Game 2. All right, let's do it again. Game 3. Let's do it again. Game 4. Might this be the outlier? Might Game 5 be the one that went as long as the team spirit matches go to 18, 19, 20,
30,
touch the
30
tip of
minutes.
30. Could it be this?
I hope so. I hope so because you know the last game should be the most emotional. You need to express the feelings. You need to feel it, like all the emotions that was charging, and just blowing up.
Destroy. It sounds like these are demands. We're expecting too much of the game. I think we just need to make sure that the teams draft well enough so it's not a stomp.
Yeah, it's really like the team's just edging the folks here. But yeah, going into the draft, I kind of feel like this is one of those points where, as a fan, for me, I'm not going to be questioning it. It's like, you know yourselves very well, you know the opponents very well. You went 5 games against them, well, 4 games against them, so whatever happens, happens. Which is a good and a bad feeling, because at one point you're trusting the team, but at the same time, you kind of feel powerless.
No matter what happens,
yeah,
hearts break.
No matter what happens, hearts break. We're just like about a minute away from the draft starting here. I don't know. I have nothing to ask at this point.
SRG's gonna go blue, right? It's gotta be.
They should.
SRG OG gonna go blue. Onic gonna go red. And I'd like for at least this universal truth to remain a truth going into Game 5. Onic is comfortable in red. What's been going on? Like, they've been making funky choices in the series so far. So hopefully they come back to their senses, time travel, restore settings to how they were in the peak of MPL Philippines Season 14, Season 15, and do good in red.
I just want to wait and to see the draft, you know? I'm so excited. I feel like it's the moment of truth, because the two champions, they're facing each other, and it's 2-2, the decisive map. That's all on the line.
Well, folks, I gotta say, for the people who were anticipating this match, I feel like they got their money's worth, because it shows the best out of both teams. We've seen the best of SRG OG, we've seen the best of Onic Philippines, and now to end out the show here, what's the final match gonna be? What's the final game gonna be?
I could not think of a better way to spend your Saudi weekend. It's a Friday afternoon here in lovely Riyadh, in the boulevard, and in the cool halls of our arena is the place to be. Right here, right now, these two teams are gonna compete in a contest for that very trophy, for the livelihood, for the sake of their key gets crushed after this.
Let's go, guys.
No turning back.
Last draft.
From the
Last draft.
knockout stage, we saw a lot of keys crashed. So much pain when you understand that this is your key or your favorite team.
Their game, their decision making has to be flawless, like Super Prince's face here. This young man, he's handsome. He's more handsome when he plays the Valentina. Are we gonna see it? That's the question. Are we gonna even see his heroes?
The precision has to be there, and like you said, absolute perfection is needed by all 10 players of this game.
Porcelain.
You know, not absolute perfection. Yeah, I want to see absolute
game.
cinema, like you call it, guys. Not you, okay. Like it's called by Kid Bomba.
And now SRG is going over for blue side first pick here. Onic Philippines betting out the 1-1. SRG OG still respecting Super Friends on that Selena, instantly batting it out. Will they ban out the Lancelot here, making sure that King Kong doesn't get his hands on that hero?
1-1. From the right side, I expect also Yushun-Shin. From the left side, Selena, instant ban. And I think they want to prioritize Kalea for themselves again.
Zushin also, expect Zushin to get banned out real quick.
There's a lot here. The Lancelot, the Jushin, even the Fanny gets banned out by SRG OG. It looks like they're going to ban out the Lancelot. So the first two bans are relatively the same, and the Yusun-Shin is still a permanent ban here coming in from second pick. So the last two bans here is going to be crucial. This is going to be the $500,000 US ban.
Or divided 100,000.
Yeah. It's either 500K or 150K.
So there is the difference, and funny, the last ban. I still don't like it, but okay. It's the priority from the Coach Arcadia and the SRGOG, and the last ban is Kale actually.
So
Yeah, again, that's what they did in game number 4, and it proved successful.
So what does that leave SRG with now?
Jushin.
What's the opener?
Or take away the CC again.
Phobius?
Less on the Phobius. I feel like Jushin is there. If they want to pick a Fred, maybe. But again, countered. I feel like the safest one is Jushin.
Or CC.
Or CC.
Pikiri may tare.
That's the option, but maybe just lock in Granger.
Onikagi nida.
No, it's CC. If I hear it right, yes, it's CC.
Shire si sang sang prasare.
Side can go.
They could go Fred if they want.
Granger, Fredrin.
Yeah.
Farsa.
Farsa
Fredrin.
Farsa Fredrin. So we see like the compositions should be built around Fredrin, right? Or maybe you got any other options?
I mean, like, considering the junglers that are open now, Fred, Joy, as well as the Hayabusa, unless either junglers has a Hayabusa in their pocket for game 5, we're going to be seeing early Fredrin.
Yeah.
They do. I'm pretty sure Sekais and King Kong aren't shy to play the Hayabusa. It's just...
Fedrin na, Fedrin ga duksin ga. Nice!
Showing face for
Nice! Ado,
seems to be forever.
EXP sila pula puji si pairak pa nina pai do man de.
Fred and Jushin, it doesn't get more prio than that. Like, you can fight at any moment. This is a dangerous opening coming in from Onic Philippines.
You fight at level 2.
You fight
at level 2, exactly.
Constant damage, a lot of sustain, and yes, it's a good pick. It's a really good pick. But from SRGOG, right now, what should they pick? I think about Farsha. Okay, if you don't pick Farsha right now.
Or Luyi.
Or Luyi. Yes, it's a good pick also.
Farsa.
Picking out the Farsa and the
Akai
here. So, for the final game, looks like a possibility. Not confirmed. Possibility, utility going up against utility here. Haven't seen a lot of Akai for Skies.
Yes,
Gotta see how it performs in this game.
Also, again, could be a coin flip into the roam.
Yep, yep.
Yums could step on a clutch and suddenly, depends on how Onic's draft goes so far here. We've already changed the priorities again for the first time in a while. Super Prince gets his pick in the first phase.
Yep.
So
Jilong pa ito namin kami siya kaya niya.
Actually,
they
got first ban and then they will pick right after the second phase. So I think the priority should be for the X lane, and it's
super duper prio. Like, you just punish so hard.
And very flex, because I believe in the previous matchup it was the Badang going up against the CC, which Badang won.
Yeah, so Kirk does have a Badang in him. So we don't know. That's what's scary here for SRG. So what can happen is Onic can hold this out. They can take this to the grave, meaning pick 5. They'll never know where the Badang goes up until the end.
I like Badang being from the side that Onic Philippines put SRGOG in the position when they should think like, okay, is Badang explain or is it Badang going wrong? There is the variety of the bans. But from the other perspective, you know, they got Akai, SRGOG, I mean, and to lock down.
I gotta say, this opening trio coming in from Onic Philippines, if this Badang is going to the roam, they could really fight at any moment, because the Badang can initiate very well, and despite his role, you know, either EXP or roam, despite building tank, he does a lot of damage.
Yes.
Especially since SRG's picks, a good majority of them, if we're already seeing the jungle here, are going to be softies.
Yeah. Akai is definitely not the tankiest when it comes to the picks in the jungle. Now the Arlet gets banned out. Onic Philippines is pretty convinced that this Akai is going over to the jungle, banning out the God Thought. I wonder what else will they ban out.
So loro ka to ba? Adune first counter gets it. So badang na EXP at the so na roam.
One of his signatures we haven't seen in a while.
Na Moscow kun bang paira ba?
Yeah.
And I don't know who you kick at this point.
No good kicks right now.
You don't want to kick the Badang, you don't want to kick the Fredrin, and I don't think you can kick the Jushin.
Especially since we know she's going to be rocking the Purify most likely. There's a Matilda ban. 2 roamers taken out for Onic Philippines in the last phase of the draft. They're digging deep, like they're really just choking out Humes here.
in the last decision, Sergio OG. So I think Granger, they should ban it, because then after that they can exchange of the gold. Like, okay, you take the Moscow, we take Bruno, we take
I'm
something
smelling Harith.
Harith?
Because it's okay against the Farsaf. Farsaf at the S-Right, you open up the Zaman Force and then she's scared out of it, you know?
Yep.
But, you know, they ban on the Ruby, making sure that kind of forcing this Badang to go EXP if they want to match up against the CC.
Ruby.
They want to understand the
Kwa
clear
Ruby ka, kano ka bentaw ba? Arlot ka.
Okay, but if
Oh!
for example, Ruby or Arlot plus Badang, you know, there is double opportunity for different kind of initiation.
I'm impressed that
Moi su matha sare duni coach kai su matha roi bini sare ji kasi karaki matha gar rehti hai.
For half man, half beast of the gold standard. Here's the Granger.
Granger.
You saw it coming, like it was definitely even one of those first pickables in red.
Ah, so na kana Moscow la ka daw male do de. SRG the Moscow pa ka daw male.
Go Bruno again. Is that the option? Just went out super early and then translates to a win.
Yeah, no, you want something that has a early power spike or something that doesn't care. So even the
I just got one thing.
Ah, we hit surprise so.
It's just the question for
stats will tell you yes. But also I was gonna say Harith. Harith's fine.
Harith is fine. It's kind of good. I would like
what
to
is
say.
Claude here?
Okay.
There's the old pick for Yums. Where have you been?
One of the signatures, but again, not a lot of options. Like, he really has to show the mastery here to make it work.
So are locking and loading their purifies. It's gonna matter.
Fasaya ay gan man barang rom lak to male.
They actually want to win early game.
Nang man ba bro pon man ba ni di ya gure se SRG da. Yums yums.
Good decision.
Yep, that is mid-game initiative for SRG's rotating kill squad. Onicph got one more. The jig is up. We know where this Badang is going, and it's in Rome. The Phobius reveals itself.
We saw in the previous matchup, not good
Okay.
against CC, but Destroyer.
Okay, CC with for years Badang Rome. Imay.
Of the show last week,
Lineup si
and
dia.
the composition that I see
Akai Sniper.
from Sergio OG, I want to make a prediction that they gonna win. But I also like the Onic Philippines.
Adune killer like koram gre. Ko ma'am, let's go. Onic GG in the set guys. Onic GG in the set.
We're going to the final game.
Ngasi di first game yadre bro. Kay daw grabo no kang day so.
Good luck for this one.
Thank you so much. We definitely needed that. This has been such an interesting take in the draft. Smart moves, mind games everywhere as they draft for the most crucial game.
Phasay. Khazadora bane game di phazadora bane.
Or will be the
Let's go guys. Let's go.
of their end of their journeys
Ah.
here in MSCF EWC 2025. Welcome to the final game in this series between SRG OG and Onicph. Will SRG finally get their revenge? Or will Onic prove once again why they're the reigning champions of the world? What are your thoughts on the final draft, Mirko?
Oh, that's a tough question. You really put me on the spot. The Fredrin's great. I liked it. I thought there was going to be a setup for the Arlet Red 3, but they instead picked up the Badang, and then we got to see why.
Yep.
They really shut Yums down, forced him to play on the Cho, a hero that we haven't seen him on for a while. Yes, we kind of know him for Cho. He's played Cho before as well. MSC 2024 was Crazy Run, SPS 2. But this tournament, I don't remember seeing any crazy plays for Yums on Cho, so I think that could be, you know, again, an angle that Onic Philippines took with the Badang pick instead of the Arlet. Then they
agree.
proceeded to ban Mathilda and got that again, taking away his picks.
Everything
that
else.
It worked for SRG, so it really is about putting Yums into his uncomfortable spot.
Let's
and
go.
also
Let's go.
Skies.
Let's go.
Because even the panelists mentioned it. If ever the Cho does come out, who do you even want to go for?
Exactly.
In Onicph's lineup, you'd have to be very picky about who you decide to use the Way of the Dragon on. And even if you do get to land a kick, you definitely have to have Stormy by your side because that's where majority of the damage is going to come from. Innocent will have to take a bit more time before he gets to deliver in terms of damage. And that's another thing. You don't see how
Fight out there.
coordinated or the idea
Fight
of
out
combos between the lineups or the pairings in
Dinosaur ke
SRG
kumore.
OG's draft
Let's go
so
to the
far is
dinosaur.
gonna work, but that's a mini
Dinosaur
before
matak tara.
the turtle fight, so let's see who gets the advantage in this first objective of the game.
Yeah, good poke earlier to Crown. Now Super Prince caught him in the lane.
Sirakano!
Pops in the Lancer Flare on Yums. Skies
Akai ji changse leijo. Akai ji changse leijo. Akai ji ki bakhang krijo. Akai ga ji ki bakhang tri. Aji. Akai ndo. Yeah, no! No! Key boy.
Away the dragon as he flickers forward. Kelra walking into the fight again.
So nice.
The Crimson Beacon now trying to turn things around. But it will end 2 for 2.
2 for 2 ne. 2 for 2 ne. Tadaldo asai ni kaino na lawran khala kai na lawgi wa ne.
And you see the knockups and the interruptions coming in too well for SRGOG. That heavy spin which just prevented everyone else from coming in, and that 2-man knockup coming in from Yum. So essentially, maybe it doesn't necessarily have to be all on the way of the dragon. It's in the way literally destroy and break the tempo for Onicph here, because that's what we saw in that particular fight. And even that missed flicker combo from Brusco, that meant a lot, because Stormy was just too free. Stormy's 2-0 on this Farsa, and that's not going to be too good if you're Onicph.
You can really see, I would say, Kirk struggled a bit in that.
He
has the vengeance, he knows he's going to be pinned down a lot of times, but I think we really expect the Phobius to do a bit more in Turtle 1. He was just completely and SRG didn't really feel the pressure of the Phobius.
Last match ki pressure ji di.
Like Kirk and Cram had a battle of their own.
Thorok panai no ji lauri do. Chin ji thorok panai no lauri do.
The wall down in that turtle fight was
King Kong lau do boy ne bai lauri do.
Way to isolate these two guys, but Cram had easier ways to work around these kinds of obstacles. Like Cram can just bounce here and there. You could just say the same for Kirk, but so long as no one gets to really proc, or as long as he doesn't get to proc his passive, then it's gonna be a bit more difficult. Onic have to be mindful of this upcoming fight, because SRG, they just have so many tools to ensure that they'll get the objective really for themselves.
Both of them want to fight for this. They both want to go for it.
There's
current call. Will Locking come down? Still, Skies baited in. Kirk going in front of pursuit again.
Retreat no! Akai kamu ka tayo na yung Kinko, what the fuck, man? Kinko, what the fuck?
Gets the kill. Stormy with the flicker forward, trying to go for the sun. Kelra cutting away.
Hello?
And it is a ruthless battle back and forth.
There wasn't even much damage from the Appraiser's Wrath just yet. SRGOG just stood right in front of it, but it's a good thing for Onicph that even Kelra was able to join in that fight. He's currently 2-0-1 on the Granger.
Salat foray masa.
Innocent has
Sala King Kong kay daw re hay bano. King Kong.
Even when he needs to take a bit more time on the Bruno, and that's gonna be a problem for Onicph. I feel like even Innocent just through the worldie could save himself a lot of times, and now, oh, that's so aggressive! They're just working around their key members so well.
The key member this game has been Stormy. The mid lane for Selangor Red Giants OG Esports from the first fight. That feathered airstrike landing on crucial targets, getting the damage done. Even when it's cancelled by Brusco, he's already gotten most of the damage out. Yums, great position. Brusco with a pin down now. Super Prince pops in the Lancer Flare. King Kong tries to go to chain CC him, and Stormy is right there with the taking. But their airstrike cancelled out instantly. Super Prince comes in the skies. Pops in heavy spin to go and defend, putting everyone away.
That was a lot of damage from this 4-0 Farsa. You have to admit it. You saw just how Onicph literally scrambled after that. It was already surprising enough to see Super Friends go in with a Crimson Beacon blindly in that bush, where there were several members of SRGOG waiting for him. That could have been something potentially for them, but at least he was able to walk away, not even using the
last game, Nico.
But
last game,
I
Nico.
think that's another conversation too. At least for Kelra, they do have their flickers, but when Kirk does put himself in a spot where he just decides to full commit and SRGOG is just everywhere, he can't find a way to get out because he doesn't have the flicker.
Walking up into the heavy spin out. That's Timmy Skies winning the retreat battle. Oh, massive dark wave in front of Pursuit to the back line now. Brusco goes for the fist crack and Super Prince continues to chase on. Innocent still kiting free hitting.
Cái đầu để hai bên nô, cái đầu để hai bên nô. Phải sẽ cái đầu để hai bên nô. Mình là tiếng mà mình sẽ cái đầu bảy đôi hai bên đi ra.
Much damage. It's Skies who picks up the kills. It's a double and third turtle to Selangor Red Giants. OG Esports.
3 consecutive turtles, 3 objectives. That
Ahum magnaba lâu đi chứ, ahum magnaba. Ahum magnaba.
Emphasis on easily, just because of how useful this heavy spin is. And that's just one of the many things that makes all the objective takes a lot easier for SRG. OG, you have Fumes also with a potential threat on the setups. And look at how this is, I feel, the second failed attempt from Brusco to find a setup, a counter setup on the Badang. And that's also all aside the fact that
Badang setup to yang positive me, Badang setup to.
Once again, untouched for majority of the team fights that we see happen in this game. So now that we look into that, where is the range gonna come from Onicph? Who is gonna deal with Innocent when they need to find a way to deal with him?
Kirk is 0-4-2. He cannot be the guy to walk up, but he is gonna walk up. Hops into Vengeance as well. And now it's Onic Philippines on the back foot. Brusco can make the play. He actually walks up and gets kicked back all the way to the back. Over to Onic Philippines in shambles.
He wanted to go for something, but how unfortunate is it that you walk straight in front of Yumes? Now that might be another setup. Yumes gets to find the knock.
It might be my.
That might send Selangor Red Giants back away. That was a retry by SRG can get it and they can snowball.
We can't see the value.
Bloody disgusting.
Kirk is having such a
Mini
hard
map ne ba. Onic na cao ta, come back. Onic, come back.
The presence of Bruno, even despite all that, it just feels that Onicph can't find the right way to make their line.
Ay na ay sini first game da po da na bahana serious hana kitang sana wa daga lai thok ta na lero na magi mai thong jing
the complete opposite of what we saw from them in the previous game, where they were just able to make so many things happen all at once.
Ay kapting SRG final chang do ra ba.
Kelra at least is very close in terms of
me SRG kangudi we are waiting to take revenge on Onicph item ni.
But that's only Kelra. That's only if you look at Kelra.
Only Kelra, the rest of them are all far behind. Most of the lead is on Cram.
Game se karam ko. Onic noi the nine item se.
It was
Onic noi the nine item se.
Now Onic Philippines fall to the strat that got them the win. Again, the CC against Phobius. It's a different approach, to be fair, right? It's a Phobius with vengeance.
First me lai thok ko no ngarang lai thok na lai thok ne si semi-final ni grand final sang do ri bani. Tadi ada oi ma. Kill ra do mai hori kill ra chi do ri bro chi Hoi ma.
Kara walks back again. Onic Philippines holding the base.
Onic.
That's all Onicph has to do right now. Hold on to their base.
Ay na pakhali sa tay game na teba Team Liquid ka Onic ID ke sana matam Onic ID si photo ya male ba adu ine ba SRG ka PH ka si sana ba si Onic ne am kahaningi si
in this upcoming siege. Another Federal airstrike already committed by Stormy. That's already a lot of damage onto Prince and Kirk.
Skies walks up a bit too aggressively and will get poked down. They have to play it slow. We've seen these kind of moments from the Philippines when it looks like it's impossible to turn the game around. They suddenly click.
Yeah, it's that
and
one
they
moment.
Capitalize on those little mistakes. We saw it from the Spirit match yesterday. And Selangor Red Giants OG Esports, they know how to play discipline. This isn't their first rodeo. Go back again, resetting. We get a look at the damage dealt ranking that is just led by Stormy on this farce.
Adune ngasai keno sigi sau pairam madi phakadam ne haba farsa je brusko no sau pairam madi phakadam ne haba pangkau na ba farsa je
about Fredrin being the
Taldi
face
tau
of the
handana ba
junglers, but you know what? The way SRG OG are pulling this off, the Akai jungler consistently securing the objectives, securing the turtles, and Stormy just feeling like that guy who just enables everyone, or maybe is even the guy everyone tries to play around in the early stages of the game. It just allowed SRG OG to arrive at this point in the game, and they can focus their attention to other members now, definitely on Innocent a bit more, because Innocent too is I don't think he's had to use the Purify at all yet in this
Akai sile to Akai sile ni tau mem jo Akai tau ri jo
but Stormy gets the last
one. Masih farsa ji am sai ne oi ba
shots over to him, but with no King Kong. That means Onic Philippines will have to give this one away, and SRG again are getting closer and closer to making it back to where they were just a year ago.
King Kong, that was the first time he died in this game, but that was such bad timing. If you're Onicph, SRG OG, as you've mentioned, they've been wanting to get revenge on Onicph.
So, they've been serious from the beginning. And Onicph light home mule. Asi intora kare to kanana ji intora kare je kana. Nice. Alti toros mong kare.
Resources Onic Philippines, and it might be a case of SRG.
Minion mem jo. Minion mem jo.
Those are some really
crucial Brusko phasaba combo am ta tawrok da kai na min thora ka do ribra duga Brusko phasaba kai no combo am ta tawrok da phasaba combo am ta tawrok da Brusko phasaba combo am ta tawrok da phasaba combo am ta tawrok da Brusko phasaba combo am ta tawrok da
got revealed just in time as they used the conceal. So as you've mentioned, Onicph clearly still holding on. We're 14 minutes into this game. There's a lot of catching up to do when you look at the other matchups, when you look at the other heroes and players here for Onicph, but everything looks good. If you look at Kelra, King Kong just a bit more behind in terms, or if you look at him in comparison to Sekai's, but at this point we're transitioning into that part of the game where it's just really gonna matter on how you're able to serve as the front, how you're able to use those set things up for your team. Everything
clutch moments to turn things around against many other teams in the past, against RQ and SBS too, but now against the Red Giants, he's gonna need more than just a miracle, because you're right. It's just on Kelra. Onic Philippines usually in a comeback, they have much more damage dealers. Here, they have one. They have one dude.
That's why I took my time. I've been trying to think of where else could the damage come from? Who else could they potentially rely on? Because you could expect Super Friends to be another layer of crowd control, another way to set up to find the knockups and certain members of SRG OG, but not unless he does have the Sky Piercer too. We'll have to double check that later on, but it does feel like it's a bit more of a utility that Super Friends is right now in terms of Onicph's lineup. So how well can they protect Kelra? How well could they play around Kelra?
Lightning truncheon for Stormy. That's gonna help him in again, those feather airstrikes. If he just finds one on Kelra, it's gonna hurt him a lot. There's no respect from Kelra as of this moment towards magic defense. He knows, not even with a nature, he knows he's the only guy here to deal damage. He needs to go glass cannon. That means he puts himself in a tough spot, but you've got to play with those little margins if you want to win a game like this. 8,000 gold behind against a composition that by all means outscale them. Selangor Red Giants OG Esports are literally en route to making it back-to-back to an MSC Grand Final at the Esports World Cup.
You have to manage the waves. Onicph, they have so much to think about at this point in time. There's a wave up top, down bottom. How do they cover this area? How do they make themselves seen in the Lord Pit?
Ooh.
That's a curtain call already committed by Cram though. So
Wave up top.
To maningan greto.
thing.
Maningan greto.
No conceal too. They've already baited it out now. SRG should be able to go and force this out. Super Friends caught in the tough spot. Yum's already able to Jikundo, and now Kelra makes his way back.
Chinchalo! 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 What the fuck? Kinko, what the fuck?
Gives him space necessary. Kelra still going for it again. Immortality down. Kelra against Yum. Another immortality down. And now it is just Kelra left to defend against 5 members of the Selangor Red Giants OG.
Lawyer in here.
Kelra with a flicker forward.
Game lawyer in here.
Selangor.
Game lawyer in here.
OG Esports against all odds.
Finally, revenge taken.
To making it back to the MSC and Esports World Cup Grand Finals.
SRG OG, they get their revenge against Onic.
Finally, revenge taken.
And now
Finally,
return to the grand
revenge taken.
final stage with that shot of being the first ever
We still have Kyrie. We still have Kyrie.
our history. MSC.
First game to the series to kit ang talo sana raga din na.
What a performance, even all the adjustments that came in at just the perfect time.
Last year, they turned from mortals to giants. This year, we get a chance to see the giants become immortal. And it comes through beating one of the scariest teams we've ever seen in MLBB, Onic Philippines, who've just been reigning, dominating
Who is King Kong?
throughout the year.
King Kong is the one who beat SRG triple times
Of Selangor Red Giants
in international level.
They have indeed improved. People have
Yan tama.
said things are way different than they were back in M6. Back when Onic PH.
Batang ni kay perform ta udre hai ba ji. Akain in thopi lai re ba. Batang ni ESP sa laga sa una kay no tawon ba first side tang yet pa na akain na panak na kay no taw tar ko su kay no taw roi da ba ne ha ba ji.
And I feel like we were all in for a treat, but unfortunately Onic PH, despite everyone with their expectations, will now have to bow out of this tournament. And SRG OG will be the only remaining team from the left side of our knockouts bracket. We're just awaiting whoever they will be going up against between the winners of our upcoming match. But this is what whoever will be winning from that side will have to prepare for. Now, I know we're all looking forward to so let's throw it over to the stage with our hosts to hear the winner's interview.
And there you guys have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is officially your first grand finalist for MSC
si pichi da kay gina badang pa di siya dunay jungay badang dun ESP da thado kraga saw dun na keno taw matam da as.
And beside me right now we have Sakais. First of all, Adit, that was an incredible 5-game full series. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling so
anyway, congratulations SRG. Final da Onic ID when thing na ra si.
Here's the thing. The people keep saying that I'm like not like last MSC, like I'm dropping, my performance is not good, but here's the
See.
There you go. This
He's been serious from the game 1. He's been serious from the game 1 because he want to take revenge on Onic PH. See how serious they are playing, man. See how serious they are playing.
Has never won a match against Onic Philippines, and this dates back all the way to M6. Right now, today, you guys actually eliminated the reigning world champions. What are your thoughts on this, and how did this even happen today?
I think we just really hungry to get revenge against them because we lost against them 2 times in international, and we are really
like I said
this win, and we got the best revenge ever.
Best revenge ever indeed from the side of SRGOG. Now, Ade, I usually realize that you're wearing glasses back at home in MPL MY and in tournaments, but over the past few days at MSC, I realize you're not even wearing glasses. What's that all about?
Actually, I still wearing, but outside of I'm playing, because when I'm training, I didn't use the sunglasses because I feel I cannot used to it, and it just I think I feel better play without sunglasses.
Tomorrow, serious serious first game though, first game though, serious
now, MLBB ecosystem, everybody has been saying that these two are the king
first match the serious deba first match thoka thoki taweba adu the kagi with the name I naijine SRG gi moi ngasai interview lobo the compulsory to migreba. We will surely take revenge on Onicph. Kaigeno de moi M6 ka kaino ka da to international da Onic PH na phudarak pagi SRG jega ba moi ngasai yam serious ta na high greba sala furai masa mathayam sa ongi da I know. I punsi the yellow rona tara abaneba made. Haitia man. Haitab dunane M6 ka MSC kada SRG pudara mito. Hana na han meniko SRG no Onic puri je.
A ruler's work is never done.
Kaino badangi kaino lakra po. Premium supply lakra po. Lama lini muka. Sale laite hai. Mana ni sale laite umar. Ha. Tamara udro SRG ka baje. Next match ra. Howji ngak lay buka hora ni howji manga makai hora ni ay game sum sang ba wane na ga sweeter this ki event ay ngono ji le ji 186 ne ba 186 na kari lay be permanent rate 100 kari mi ada ba tu zo ish recall ji bo kai no ne ba phasab jala ni bo e recall phajama le asita ji recall lai law ke I want recall ID sau su lore badang su lere cha paisa ka po yam thuna musan chau lo gai ra ge tu de paisa ka po ung dhar ge si premium supply chi kaino si diamond kya no je diamond 250 na tra diamond 250 ja kaino ka po tari weekly pass kya no mai dai ne ahum la to ka po ya thu na ta dinang phu je ni na Pujani, no Pujani. Oh, MSC Grand Final. Chica, do no MSC benefit join chica di no mahai ri ne henui ba. Sina kana kari phang doi no sida. Get free token kari ki free token no sibo. Era. Si claim to ko ri ko endo ba. 3 days wali bako minator minator just okay. The current one is premium reward. Are you sure you want to replace it? Cancel. Kaino premium reward adi kaino minator just abuna pharoidra kairi woni yenu areje bro ni indona karaba aduga SRG ga thegnaraba aduso amok Onic indona Pudara adin naini aduni aiji wasi balmolla mina to natabra yare to edudi shiu ne thamme edudi masani ni sai mathayam sai talli da oiba moi mini kya wali jano ho do ba star lai si kana leke kadi tara ooh nice
The southern seas are mine.
kadi tane ai minator man bai ne mul kadi no e last teres la hai ngami bai ni tumileo marai taurano du dadi amgo is no na gi ga tauri ngonda amul na du zo mi at last to the ai sana pai ri teres la do hai ba ngami ba ai ne ba aduga is hauji si balmon ga minator ga hai petang mana ba si da mu isi wa re go do da san gi ga tawe hai sakta thi hai asam banga samamani huitu de samamani asina samdana kya mem samturi gi chibo MSC claim all degi si leide Onic PH koino si number yaad ris ke to koino se guess koino guess to bolu igrabo champion guess to Onic ta Onic indo si kaino o sino Onic page to Onic indo da thambane bai to Onic indo da Onic indo da thambane bai na ka ba asi Onic indo da ne bai thammi se karo he namai ba skin nam ta phangge he nama ma thibo ane Onic indo ne ba smart time sai do ne kal gi me jin bai ta du ji du ne as lekena dum phubi gra do bo Onic ID so hoi phubu budi phujar sanu no problem adu bo ai gi thaja badi halloi ji nei nai jina ai gi thaja badi halloi ba kai dau lung da ai gi thaja badi halloi match hau gra ja la kamai dau ta moi wakan ngangi ko guys
Flowers bloom across the land.
SRG do liquid na amta ye hen ki do ne Onic porozo Onic porozo liquid ta chang ki ne SRG da di chang ngoi shi nai ai nai shi na SRG da di chang ngoi shi ni ki boy na nai ga da ne
Beside still waters, I commune with memories, sharing a silent toast with the ghosts of my past.
tau solo ai kai nom ta yeng ge ko ai gi face game si ta seng na dum yadra bra ta seng na yadra face game je ta seng na mak zada re mono Onic ID da request tawra khi bado kamai tawra ge aina keno keyboard du leirim ni na ko keyboard ge prime ni na ko adi ma khara phaujai gi jano na ina ngai ko ai keyboard keno tawra kan do ina la ke na hai ba kai gno di keyboard au ti ma gi prime ni da na tra roaming da de na keyboard ma khara nai sanon taw ne do ine SRG versus Luke Grand Final da ta do ni SRG versus ta ba su oisano adai di am ta haning de ai champra sim da sa thoke ko guys sino la champra ne champra manga mukti sure chari je Kiboy team lakraba. Laktri hai. Kiboy team laktri hai. Bro, Karina, our grand final. Slow is waiting. I agree. Sabas. There muko guys. Ado, I can make it guys. SRG the support of Kanguza, how the team liquid and never support of Tauduise. Kaba. In the history, Izurba, in the history, Izurba. Ahan, but poor Benazini. Yam lines on the Tweva. Yam line is honey, but yam line is honey, but muy kanguzi berane. Yam tea lines on ever. Yam tea lines on ever. Hava. Aduna SRG da support over Kangu. Howzik team liquid anymore support or Kadoise, but Onic will always be Onic. Bro, no side do I koirage. Koyuna. Koiro. Aduga nang na ay na koiba. Haurasina bro, kyam wali ke? Wali? Game la, sanas. How's it game sana roy bro? How's it game sana giro wali? Moje kanogi kelra interview ka lauri eje. Kelra interview lauri. Sakla, sang asi de hapa yadre bro, kay daw rabo no khangde. Sakse. Ngasi go na de hapa yaro roi khang. Na ngai de dum semba da dum yabane ba. No isa number dum tapiro. 8794910097. History uthoro aira. Bro kebe nagato do aine IGN accept tabiro. Okay. Talk. Don't worry. Ai loin talk ke. Ko. ado ai ji kaino ji asi moi ji interview kan lauri ba phobadi ai se kaino to ge to bani ne se te sina te kai da no ma moi ji ung ba gi kaino ma yaw bu to kai mangra ge Ayer Eventa Freestyle I don't know, Star like no yo. Star like the box. Ungira neighbor. Ya tebo ang dong mande anda kisi dia ang dong mande kairi stream da khatli kairi ba bro noi sai du GP da tam bro tam de bro noi sai to kai dai no number pira dudi hangu kai do number pira dudi nang hangjaro adu bodi nang hangjai yai dana number du piram ni na number du piram ni na adu bodi hangjaro dana beta kwai de important oi ba number du pibire dana adu bodi na hangjaro dana adu ga nai ro minute kya wali minute ni wali guys minute ni wali ngak tang war so wana ngai minute lo re han natra history ra history di bera kare history di defeat ngak tane aba victory am da yaw de aba defeat ngak tane aba hai pele he sidi mai pio you sin ka pai bi 046 ai oji fk sa gi durang wani sina mai pio asi hanabi si kya no ilo 236 ne hanabi 5 kan dadi bera ni bera lamda na nupi ko ya ko no tok tho du bro nang na sa nang talam ni na lam do kai dai no sa nang talam ni ko ro no du kwai dai maru ben number pb re dang na sana hango da na ade nang na pam do lam do ra ma kana ko ru nu ka to ke bro ima nang na ri number du su pb re ade gi kaino to re adu bo da do kaino to ngam dre di ko ru nu pi tok tho kana de 38 second wali Rokebe iro amukta luruge yam duna lake la ngai ko 19 second wali hai guys 19 second wali 6 second Kairi koi ki kaino haura ye ngasi ne ko de kairi koi ki moi ki kaino haura banina match pudi haudri ko
Who's better at level up?
Kyrie.
I'm gonna say Kyrie.
I'm just gonna say Kyrie of MSC from the landslide.
No way.
Nah.
No way, because that's what they said. Mirko was like, no way.
Oh yeah.
Kyrie. that whole line of me going Kyrie every international. But you know how it goes. But
yeah.
Has a special place in my heart.
I think that moment where he escaped with the landslide is still seared very traumatically into a lot of people's brains.
Tlph, easy for me because I've already promised myself after M2 that I would never doubt him again.
That makes sense.
Which again, I have to admit, he showed the level of mechanics that a player can achieve during M2, and then Kyrie took it and kind of ran with it even further.
Yeah.
Only one had a skin made out because of how they played the Lancelot. You know who that is.
Now, if you are only talking about this MSC,
Tlph.
I have to go Carl.
I go.
Just because like people have been really waiting to see his Lancelot again.
Kurai go Madia ising sound mayona tugi one bro haro as number period na hangzau ro ke tor ga dubo hangredi ko ron tok tho da bro number period bo du da tu amni pa thok to nang bo sala
masih kuat nih. Mem guy. Tapi
Adu amni pa thok sa da number ju bibiri duga kaino nasana hangjaru ro haibu su ya ta ba oi tok tho ko no pim to ko no panem se sala adagi kaino to panem se sala ko na so I'm coming for you I agree.
I gotta say, the rival between Kyrie and Tlph has been years now. It's like a battle Superman versus Goku. Like this is a legendary
Vegeta versus Goku, man.
An epic duel to decide who is the best. And Kyrie said,
or like Broly versus Goku, or like Jiren versus Goku.
Comic book or anime based rivalries go, right?
Yes, I know.
Tlph is Superman.
Yep.
Tlph is Carl L.
You know what?
That was good. That was good.
I found that one. Yep. that was good. That was good. That was good.
Harao, kaino harao diken. Ay bro, kaino larihan am ta phajanam ta tam go ina number aire chu nang kangoi. Larihan am phajanam ta tam go bro.
Which Lancelot do you prefer? Like Tlph or Kyrie? They both are legends. Let's be
Grand
clear.
Final la. Yeng ni?
And they're one of the best junglers all over the world.
Grand Final kay gigi mo ito, no bro.
This will be a hard battle between them.
Alright, don't get me wrong. I love Kyrie. Kyrie's my baby brother, right? But this isn't a game of Lancelot. This is MLBB. This is esports. It's a 5v5. So there's so much more things to consider when you're talking about this rivalry.
And folks, we haven't even begun, and we already have a debate here between Kyrie and Tlph. That's why this matchup deserves the Saudi National Bank match of the day, the SMB match of the day between the GOATs between both teams. I mean, like the real GOAT is Tlph, but hey, Kyrie, he wants to make a name for himself. And even in previous interviews, like, if I beat Tlph, then I'm a little bit more confident of saying I'm numero uno.
Yeah, he becomes number one. But again, don't forget, Tlph said, I'm not even on this scale, man. I'm number 0.
I'm number 0.
I am Kosong.
That's good. Over it. And here is a lot of questions. And the biggest question mark, are we gonna see the full series? Or
Nate, Indo nate.
Something else.
Team Liquid Philippines
like knowing both coaches. Game 1 and 2 is really about learning each other, right? Because kind of what we saw in Onic Philippines going up against SRGOG, where the coaches are basically friends, right? So I feel like it will go full series. Like Leo said, if it doesn't go full series, then something really wrong happened.
Or at least less than 4. At 4, I think I'll be fine.
At least you won.
Okay, he's ready already for 4.
No,
at the beginning of the day, he was like, full series. At least 4.
I'm just managing my expectations. And to add to the dynamics of the drafting of these coaches, right? Just to talk about this whole Adi, Yeb versus Tic Tac and RC. If there's something we know about these two based on their performances so far in the group stage and the knockouts, Onic Indonesia, they are very dynamic. They like to goad their opponents, they like to trade. Liquid have a solid plan. Did you see the way they attacked Aurora in the opening rounds of the knockouts?
Yeah, I kind of feel like we have to see what the players themselves feel. It's a good thing Eterna was able to catch Tlph, so let's see what he has to think about this matchup.
Bro, XM ta bro. Tauraroi bro. Giri zoom tak lairam dena zoom tauraroi bro. Tournament ai yengi bro. Game sana matam da taugadaba ne. Except to zoom giri zoom tak lairam dena dum laijare janu bro. Tauraroi ningsing azu tauraroi.
Swept by Onic. But you were able to claim your revenge in the group stages, but it was very close.
So what do you think that you guys need to be able to claim this victory again over Onic ID?
I think we just need to be disciplined, and we don't need to force any unnecessary team fights, and just play better than them.
Okay, play better than them, be disciplined.
Nice.
Is there anything in particular that was a little bit difficult in that match against Onic ID?
I think we lost because of ourselves, not about the game, because we're too aggressive and too greedy that time.
Okay, but that's been fixed. Everything is okay now.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, MPLPH, check. M-Series 2 times checked. But MSC still seems to elude you guys. So, coming into this, what do you think is your advantage over Onic ID?
I think our advantage right now is we're very adjusted to the meta very well, I think my teammates are better than them.
Oh, you think your teammates are better than them? Like, every role?
Yeah.
What about Coach?
Yeah.
Better than Coach Yep?
I don't know yet. Maybe if Coach RC win.
Okay, maybe. We'll see. So Kyrie mentioned up on stage yesterday that if he's able to win against you guys, he will be the new king of the jungle and the face of MLBB. That's such a bold statement, Carl TZ. Do you have anything to say to Kyrie?
Maybe if you win against me, I still think that other junglers like Kyle TZ and Vice deserve to also be like on the debate, and good for him if he acknowledged me like that. But for me, I think other junglers deserve some recognition too.
Oh, that's so humble, Carl. What in the... There it is, the young GOAT, very humble as ever. Is there anything else you want to say maybe to Onic before your match?
Just good luck to them and have fun.
Good luck and have fun. We're going to turn over back to the studio. Good luck, Carl.
That was a lot said, but I like that pause.
No power para eh. Wala power. Tagsalo dong. Giri tagsalo. Nasa nupido kayo no.
It turns like coach
na talaga nasido pa hello ora gigi tagsalo bro.
You gotta pause on the real GOAT Yeb.
That was kind of funny, yeah. So they really understand that their opponent is not easy, but the confidence, I would like to mention, like, we are better in every option. Except one.
Yeah, there he is. Look at that. He's all aura. That's Yeb. And this is Onic. Onic have a chip on their shoulder now. They're falling in the battle for third. And you know what? Maybe their situation is worse. They have all the pressure now.
Well, we got to see the Yeb effect. Taking a team that's pretty much last all the way to become champions. We got to see how that really affects for this one. So we're going to talk about Onic ID first. We got Loopy, Kyrie, Sans, Keyboy, as well as Avero. And now we heard Carl TZ saying every single lane TL has won this one, but this is a pretty stacked roster coming in.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Any accolades? Because if you're talking about accolades, Carl is right. Literally, on paper, his team is so much better than Onic, but Onic has potential. Onic has the Indo play style behind them. They can out-mechanic and out-fight Liquid if the situation is right. And that starts in the draft. That starts with, again, Raja Yeba. That starts with Coach Adi.
That's one thing. Also, I want to mention, Carl TZ said, we adjusted to the current meta. And, you know, he marked that down. So, seems like he expects the more casual, the more orthodox picks from Onic ID than from themselves.
Something to note as well, that's exactly what Stormy said in his own interview, saying like we understand the meta and we saw how that resulted in the match. So hey, maybe that's a sign of Carl TZ saying the same thing as Stormy.
Something to note, walking into this best of 5, the semifinals, an elimination match, I don't think, well, I haven't gotten any updates, but Liquid are not at 100%. This young man right here, the Filipino sniper, Oheb, Kiel Soriano, has been under the weather. He's been sick for the past 48 hours, and despite that, they still did well against their matchup against Aurora, but now against
let's go!
A behemoth such as Onic ID, the Sky Kings, I'm hoping that Kiel is at 100%.
This is what you sign up for. This is the unfortunate reality of being an athlete. You just gotta win. But now, it looks like it turned out it's able to catch Keyboy. So, Keyboy, what do you think about going up against Team Liquid Philippines?
We're here with Keyboy!
Keyboy!
Here before their match up against Tlph. Now, Kyrie mentioned that they wanted a rematch from what happened in the group stages, and now you're going to be able to finally have it. So could you talk to us about the challenges maybe against Tlph in the group stages?
Yeah, for me now, I want to revenge back them because before Sanji say they want to revenge. We are ready to get the revenge again.
Okay, so you want to take it back for you guys. What was the main obstacle? What happened? Challenge maybe in the group stages against Tlph. How did you lose 2-1?
I think we just make some mistake, and then the Tlph so good to like use the mistake, and then they are so good to find the solution, something like that. Yeah.
So have those mistakes been fixed today?
Oh, for sure, yes.
For sure, yes. Very confident. Because in that match, we saw tidbits of the signature Tlph stampede. Now, do you think that that will be a problem for you guys today?
No, I think.
No problem. All good. Because back in MSC 2023, you were the finals MVP. So if we had to rate your performance from Keyboy then to Keyboy now, how do you think your performance is right now?
On the way to my prime, and then more better later. Yeah,
slowly going back to prime, slowly getting better, because we're waiting for the Keyboy moments. Where is it? Is it gonna come today?
Let's see.
Let's see. I want to know, this will be the first time in history that we will see a team finally pick up 3 MSC titles. What would that win mean for you?
For me, I think if I win, just get 2. But yeah, for Onic, yeah, we are so happy if we get 3 MSC, and then later we need to take the M7. Yeah.
Okay, so you want it, right?
All.
Okay, so Keyboy wants it, he's feeling it, he's looking very confident as well. So we'll see exactly how this all unravels as we throw it over back to the studio.
Thank you very much, Eterna, as well as Keyboy. And now with that interview out of the way, for both teams, this is the battle to see who will meet SRGOG on the grand finals. So now we're going to start the SNB match of the day between Team Liquid Philippines as well as Onic Indonesia by sending the stage over to Rose and Milosh.
Thank you very much, friends. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at MSC 25 at the Esports World Cup. And what a game we've had today. What a semi-final going the distance, confirming SRG in the grand final. That is a big, big day for them. Maybe back-to-back MSC winners.
Hey Milosh, that first match, I'm pretty sure both Malaysians and the Filipinos were at the edge of their seat. It was such a back-to-back full best-of-5 series, and I'm pretty sure that is the perfect way to start our semi-finals for today.
Absolutely was. Even backstage, we're all on the edge. Some people were screaming out loud the whole time because they couldn't believe how close that match was, and if anything, it just means that the stakes are ever higher because you get eliminated here. It's the Esports World Cup. It's MSC, and your key that represents your hopes, your dreams, and your team's ability to participate at MSC 25 get crushed right on stage. And now we've gotten one team in that grand final, and we still have one more to figure out. It's a big story, right? Kyrie, Tlph, what happens? Who's the best in the jungle? What happens through that in our second semi-rose?
It has always been a continuous debate. Who is the king of the jungle? Is it Kyrie from Onic?
Who is the king of the jungle? The king of the jungle is Tlph.
And of course, there's only one way to settle this once and for all, and it is going to be in the semi-finals match.
I'm hearing a little bit of chants, a little bit of cheers. So before we introduce our teams final, I just have to ask you, are you ready?
Yes, we are ready!
I think they can do better. Are you ready?
Yeah!
There we go. I'm hearing a lot of cheers from both the Sonics and the Cavalries. You know what? It is going to be amazing. So Milosh, who is the first team up on stage?
Oh, you know it is. Let's bring them up. It's the one, the only, the Cavalry Team Liquid!
trophy สิfazadro guys
They galloped into MSC 25 as one
I
of the
vote
favorites
over Nico
and tried over
I
their
vote
group
over
stage
Nico
opponents
Sige vote sida team liquid na 26% lere Onic ID na 74% lady ji
have gathered many accolades over the years, but Carl TZ is still missing the one, the only, the MSC trophy to fill his cabinet. That glass ceiling of MSC top 4 is just begging to be broken. That's Team Liquid.
And of course, going up against them, the Sky Kings. It is none other than Indonesia's finest. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Onic Indonesia!
Woo!
Onic Indonesia is hunting for their third MSC title after winning it all in 2019 and 2023. While Kyrie places Carl TZ as his king of the jungle, he hopes to claim that title as his own. This is a clash between the tournament's top two favorites. One of them continues their MSC title, and one of them gets their
King of Jungle is RQB. Oh, I'm the king of Roma.
It's brutal, but that's just the nature of competition. So please, Onic, please, Team Liquid, you may place your keys and take your seats, because I have a feeling that this game is going to be one for the history books. There's already so much history between these two teams and players over the years.
Yes, indeed. And obviously, the winner will be heading on to the grand finals tomorrow, and the losing team will
I don't know where is Tony Sapan, man.
Philippines in our third placer match tomorrow. So who will be meeting Onic Philippines, and who will be meeting SRG OG Esports? Because of that, there's only one way to find out. It's time to encounter the unknown.
I'm feeling really good because we played like clean games, and I really do hope that we can also improve in our next games.
27 flickers on the Sensei still gonna get taken down by the GOAT. Carl TZ with a double. Tienzi falling to Oheb.
When we fought Mythical Seal, yeah, our mood was just like usual. Whenever we face against any team, we just focus on ourselves and yeah, just do our best in the game.
Now Ken with a glowing blood follow through. Kai with the shadow kill. It's a double for Kai. Oh my
Triple kill, Imai.
Kyrie Hayabusa.
But I think Onic ID's playstyle is similar with Onic PH because their trio mid is really flashy, so we need to watch out for them.
I think Tlph playstyle is aggressive and they also don't like to make mistakes. But for Onic, I think our strength is also our aggressiveness.
Kiboy, ID Kiboy Nico.
And even with the bravest fighter,
Oning na kara di trending reels to namje kari reels no isa.
Another kill over to Oheb. It's a double. Sigibu, heavy crossbow.
MPL Philippines MPL Indonesia winner. Ada dunia ji.
Deny the savage.
Well, for me personally, I really do think that we need to out-tough them.
The deciding factor is gonna be all about mental. Whoever's mental stronger, that they will win.
Well, for me, to Onic Indonesia, my only message is give this MSC to us. But I have one message for Kyrie: be ready to lose.
My message to Team Liquid is there's only gonna be one team that goes to the finals, and it's gonna be Onic Indonesia.
Stay with that confidence, boy. Stay with that confidence. Stay with that confidence. We are all watching, my boy. We are all watching.
This is going back to the group stages when that was an amazing matchup between TL going up against Onic Indonesia, where eventually TL won. Now we gotta see, can Onic get their revenge? And now we got the quote coming in from the GOAT, Carl.
Let's go, guys.
I hope we can reach that flawless
chat,
score.
Chat,
games,
come on, chat.
Domination like what we showed in game 1 and 2.
Let's go. Hashtag Onic ID in the chat, guys. Hashtag Onic ID in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
A mental tactic. We want teams to feel the pressure, to get them nervous the moment we start diving them.
And even in the pre-match interview, Kyrie and Sanford, them just fighting words. I like how both teams understand that this is not a match. This is not a game. This is a fight. And they're here to win.
This is the skirmish that will end.
Yeah, data.
I will understand who will be
Team Liquid fan na hen ma leo.
Guy who goes to the grand finals.
I like for both teams, they're just going to throw down. And I like that they understand how important it is to get in your opponent's head. The conversation they shared is just basically saying, like, I'm not afraid of you, you should be afraid of me.
Yep.
So Kyrie was right, this is going to be a battle of mental.
Yeah, former generations of professional esports players would say, good luck, have fun, let's show the fans a good fight. No, that's a given. These guys know that they have to put words into actions, and that's what we're about to see here in this contest.
And again, for you folks, this is how you show your support to the teams. Grab the support chest. It's only 20 diamonds, but it gives you a chance to draw the luxury reward of returning MSC skin, Atlas, Rune, and Sentinel. Again, show your team's support by purchasing the support chest. Destroyer, this is going to be an amazing matchup. What is your thoughts?
Keyboard setup ang Brusco setup to amta fazate haiba. Brusco gi do yinguni. Chungpa fazate hayare man to imiam do.
I'm speaking about Liquid, definitely. And also the thing that I would like to
King Kong zo tadalaw with wawa.
It's the battle between the Tlph and Sanford.
But now this is interesting here because we're jumping straight into the draft. Team Liquid will have a blue side first pick. Onic will be on red side second pick. This is a bit of a change because yes, Fanny gets back, but also
1-1
Yushin usually is red side ban because they want it for the first pick. So now becomes the question: what is TL gonna prioritize with this Yushin ban? Now they even ban the Phobius.
Yeah, no, even in blue side against Aurora, I could have sworn it was just an attack.
Aduna akaya farsaga de bera ka bai ne ba. Aduna draft pick to da chawgumba mai yaram maga. Adagi kaino do akai du tang moina kaw gi boi taraga su haidi target to tawraga kwa.
Kalia is also left open.
Lon me abage chance to kaino tawi dena. Anda batang moina pick tok salak ko.
Is also open. Lancelot gets banned by Onic, so
akai du yaram draga di batang pick tawi di am phaja doi ne ba. Akai jo hana pick so tawi ba.
Because people would say like, what are they doing? Why are they first picking CC? But lo and behold, semifinal, CC is becoming a hot pick. And now the first pick is I mean,
our Lord.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but no, please.
Leo, give us a brief history on Sanford on this Arlet, in case this is Sanford on the Arlet.
No, it likely is because he comes from a long lineage of explosive Filipino XP laners. I'm talking about two-time world champion Tlph, the Filipino cannon. He is of the same
animag lane player ni lane bin to kay biranya ba.
I'm just curious. You know, they set it up. They banned the Phobias. We should have seen this coming. Destroyer. Sanford doesn't care about how you feel.
Yeah,
he doesn't care about the stats.
I know this is Sanford. I know that he's super
Pin
good.
Mrs. Pase, guys. Pin Mrs. Pase.
How, like, the amount of power he got in his hands when he's playing Arlot, but I don't like Arlot. I mean, during MSC, you know. You also understand my feelings, please.
Liquid lock in for the first phase when that's Zushin on Sanji and getting a Gatot Gacha on JPC. I told y'all it was gonna go on Sanford. Now Onic, they put the of course CC as we all know, it's a broken hero XP right now, and the Fredrin in the jungle. There goes the whole assassin Kyrie.
Yes, I think Team Liquid can what can they answer? Beatrix plus it's Granger, yes, it's Granger. And what do you think about Damon from, I mean, if the Team Liquid?
Oh, yeah, you're right, because there's at least two junglers, right?
Yes.
I mean, two marksmen.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about Damon, man. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. Something to consider, though. Onic can just last pick Matilda.
Sinaan boy doing it.
Yep, honestly, making it so that Fredrin is nigh indestructible. Honestly, very good pick. If it's not Matilda, honestly, there's still a lot of good ones here. And looks like they're gonna pick up the Hayabusa as well as the Harif here. So it does feel very tempo-y coming in from Tlph.
A lot of damage, a lot of
Hayabusa pai graba. Hayabusa pai graba. Adu di Kyrie kari hyper. Oh, kaino Fedrin.
So, is it Matilda or what can? What
Cho is weird. I feel like Cho is so weird.
No, Cho, no. I don't think that's the option. And
that's the show. hey, I mean, like, I understand the consensus coming from you guys, but
nice.
You know what?
Because again, consider he kicks, right? who does the damage from there? Like, you have to aim that. You have to aim the Kimmy, the
Keyboy with the toe. Keyboy with the toe.
CC again. CC is like a third core.
I mean, at this point, you got to trust the coach, you got to trust the player. Thank you very much to both our gentlemen. But now we're going to be throwing it over to Brigida as well as Mirko to Kaz.
Yes, let's go, Keyboy. Keyboy! Keyboy!
Match of the day heading your way, and it is gonna be between Team Liquid Philippines and Onic Indonesia. The classic Philippines versus Indonesia matchup, but in the end, only one will remain to go up against the defending champions SRG. We're heading into the Land of Dawn. This is game number 1, and right off the bat, we're seeing a Hayabusa coming from Tlph, going up against the Fredrin, the face of utility junglers, but now in the hands of Kyrie.
Hey, if you showed me this draft and you asked me which one is Onic, which one is TL, I would have definitely said Kyrie's on Haya, Carl's on the Fredrin, but hey, that's how it's gonna start here. Welcome to the Land of Dawn, ladies and gentlemen, for the first game of this series, a best of 5. We're expecting guns blazing from the start, but with the drafts, it may not be guns blazing from the start. It might just be, all right, we'll farm, wait for Turtle, and Team Liquid will be like, all right, I will also do the same in trade instead of contesting for Turtle.
I agree. I feel like there is definitely gonna be pressure coming in from both sides. They'll try to keep it going for the majority of the game, but I don't think it will be easy for either of these two to convert them into kills immediately because of the damage. And I feel like damage has been another conversation we always talk about, but in the bottom lane, there's a bit of action too. But yeah, I don't think the Jushin could be enough to burst anyone down just yet, even when JP gets the top.
My gold digger wife kay dyan na may
will get to shred people to a certain extent, but
let's go guys, let's go.
If Keyboy does find a setup, and that's gonna come in later.
Yes, that is what I want from Keyboy. Setup, we want the setup.
Comes in, but speaking of level 4 though, Tlph, is he waiting for something here?
Yeah, he's waiting for Sans to walk up, maybe getting a little cheeky pick off early on, but that's why you see Sans bring the tenacity. Like he's respecting the GOAT, he's respecting how much damage Team Liquid have as well in the team fights, and he knows with the flicker, he is vulnerable. Severo though, winning in lane against Oheb up top.
Okay, maybe it doesn't need to be a coordinated attack after all for us to see the first blood come in. That was close. So the bold laners are definitely going at it. Sanford still not able to get his level 4 just yet. So Onic ID might be a bit ahead in terms of positioning and gaining control over the turtle, but then Tlph
level 4 No, Kyrie is dead. Kyrie is dead.
Already, Sanford gets chunked low. Sanji, Lantern Flare over to Keyboy, and will actually be TL to win Turtle 1. Keyboy caught a tough spot. Flickers out, respecting the Jikundo possibility.
Yeah. So even though we did say that the damage in might be... Oh wait, hold on, Lutpi! He won't be able to get out of that. So again, Team Liquid, it wasn't necessarily that they definitely wanted to go for kills, but I feel like they literally out-sustained Onic ID in that fight. They were able to tank enough of the damage, even from Sans. And JP was okay with it. Like, he still walked away, at most just using the Revitalize, and this is something we constantly see whenever there's a Gatot Kacha too in the early game.
That's really the power of the Gatot Kacha, right? That Revitalize, the added sustain as well, and considering the fact that Onic really don't have a lot of early game magic damage, just makes it very easy for JP to stand in front. And I gotta say, Sanji kind of won them that skirmish. He was the one that baited out the dash forward from Kai, again, utilizing Crimson Beacon last second. He used it like pixel perfect before the traction pulse actually landed, and now, that's gonna be a Severo taken down as Oheb puts him in a clinch position for Carl to just deal damage.
Yeah, these shurikens needed anymore. Tlph just had to use the OB Shadow kill, and there was no way Severo could potentially get out of that. Now handing over the advantage to Oheb. Probably will be getting his hands on a bit of energy shields here and there, but so far both sides of Team Liquid have been winning with very minimal rotations coming in from Team Liquid. But speaking of rotations, Sanji...
Nice. He'll use it, he'll just save it. The Crimson Beacon, I think, was mistapped a bit from Sanji there. Now a 1v1 at the bottom lane. Sanford is actually winning in this matchup. But Sanji should be actually back up right as the turtle spawns. I don't think Onic wins this, right? Sanford with a jump, final slash over to Severo, doing a whole lot of damage, but now gets caught in a tough spot.
Nice. Hato! Ay, hingi mo! Aya! What the fuck?
Dang! That's one of the best, if not the best XP in the business.
Yeah! Arlo, how did he survive? How did he survive?
JP for now, but either way, he doesn't have the AOG anymore. So they won't have ways to set up using the capture, even if he did stay
May
in the
compete tau ta di
game.
balance am da lady da na. May na compete tau ta di balance am da lady da na po to. Liwa ni da. Kai ri ngasai gi di last match tum di Onicph ka SRG gi last match tum di chumbang phangdram ni turtle je.
1,000 gold, and even despite all that chaos that happened in the mid lane, Oheb was just quietly getting all those energy shields up top. I mean, you could look at how the tier 1 up top is already at half HP, and so Oheb could definitely be a little more active in terms of joining Team Liquid in the fights, because it's not the middle lane duo that's doing majority of the work. Their sides are okay. They could just leave them be.
You can see the SNB goal difference here. Only Kimmy Sans really holding an advantage here. We don't really count Keyboy, right? Because he's on a roam. Sanford's so quick with the vengeance, man. And I'm not talking about the battle spell. This is going to be quite confusing, guys, all right? Tlph has vengeance, the battle spell. Sanford's second skill is vengeance. Tlph gets a turret down below on the CC. Oheb up top. It's just a trade. I think this is what we expected early on from Turtle 1, but we're seeing it Turtle 2 onwards.
Oh wait, Keyboy though, holding the brush. Might not actually go for a setup, but it's a great mirror done by Onic ID so far, despite the lead that's already in the hands of Team Liquid. The next objective is going to spawn up top though, and how does Onic ID find a way around this? Kyrie has been 2 levels behind, just now got his level 9, and the pressure is still on for Team Liquid. They're the ones who just are capable of coming in at the most unexpected timings. Onic ID, they have a much more systematic approach to pulling off this lineup, because you have to expect that the fight will start with either way of the dragon, or with Kyrie showing himself up, or with Tlph trying to do a bit of zoning, but it starts now with the way of the dragon though. It's gonna be JP that's targeted.
Uh-oh, in the back line, Severo able to flip around in time. Sans is right there. Kai brought back by the Lancer Flare, but is looking for more. Sanford caught in the curtain call. Final slash doesn't land. And Onic go back to the mid turret. Tlph, that's a vengeance proc and a vengeance battle spell used up by Tlph. Both having to back away, but TL with a lot more prio over for Turtle 3.
Yeah, and that's a lot of vengeances really, so we have to not get confused with all that, but Team Liquid clearly in control of this upcoming turtle. Onic ID holding it together. They're all 5 members complete here though, so they still might attempt to actually look for something.
Goes for Zikundo, now it's about force, catch it, and good stun. Oh, picking up the kill, final slash, combo with the flicker. Kai caught in the bad spot, still able to escape with the help of the traction pulse from Sans, and
Karino ahum suba turtle ji Carls na mong logra bro. Carls easy na mong logra bro.
Sans respects it, flickers back. With a solid lead as Sanji puts the Lancer Flare down and zones Sans away effectively. Getting this turn in the mid lane for free.
It's so hard to catch Sanford on this Arlot. So maybe some are still wondering why the first pick, and now it seems to be the answer as to why. He's just too comfortable with it. Even that last minute traction pulse that came in from Sans was done, but they target now.
Yeah, but it's not
amo ko hing dori bro duga. Hing dori bro duga. Hingi quingi yungni. Ayo. Nice. Give me what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Oheb finds a triple on the Harith, and it's just Severo left.
Sanji wasn't afraid to stand in front of the faces of Onic ID. Oh, RTZ nearly got a shadow onto Severo.
Oni jo phudara kadori bra.
Sanji, they were the ones who did majority of the zoning and the threatening towards the backlines of Onic ID. I mean, you have to look at this. Right after the duration of the curtain call was already over. Went around Kyrie, closed in onto the backline heroes. That involves Skiboy, that involves Sans. And now it forced Severo just to run away because he could do nothing without his other teammates. Not at this point in time, not at this part of the game wherein they definitely need to do a bit more catching up, a bit more of farming before they can actually engage in a fight.
my lord. Team Liquid are looking scary. JP zoning Severo in the back. Oheb denying as many minions as he can. But in the end, we'll have to take the turret. Yes, Severo gets that cannon minion. It's all right, though. Liquid have already gotten a 1,500 gold lead for Oheb. That's a Starlium build, so not the talisman that we have been seeing from Innocent. Purple buff almost stolen by Oheb. But again, Carl's already 3 levels ahead.
Yeah. I don't think... Oh, wait. Taji, okay, still alive. But yeah, I don't think they have to rely on Oheb too much in terms of dishing out the damage, because the other members are doing a great job at providing that at this point, like Tlph, even just Sanji. So he just has to perform exactly the way he's been doing. Oh wait, JP though!
AOG, and it's gonna be Sanji in the back picking up the kill now. Keyboy with the way to drag him, and Sanford is right there.
Keyboy, first mission.
Keyboy into a bad spot for the rest of TL to pile on him.
Despite how desperately Keyboy does want to set the tempo or does want to look for all of the way of the dragon. Okay.
That was a zoning ult.
Not necessarily one to set. He had the flicker, but he still didn't want to go for it either way.
Don't question, don't doubt the best XP.
Yes, we don't.
Go.
He can use it later if he wanted to. Now is not the time. But oh my goodness, how this is an 8k gold lead in 10 minutes. And they have a Lord marching in the bottom lane.
They still have the final slash flicker combo. Oh my goodness, Sanford finding a massive one in the back. And that will zone all of them away from the turret. Base turret taken down with the first Lord taken in the game as that's
first loot the Louis Dori Bra. First loot the Dilo Shala Anu the number that she rank game Nati Dana. First loot the Dilo Shalo Dana. Loshala Anu Dana. First Mr. there. Brian Tadro first Mr. Loshala there. Ha!
The final slash was right on cue. You just mentioned it. And that's exactly what Sanford tried to go for. Another attempt. Zaman forced by Oheb. Are they actually going to go for this though? They're actually trying to target the turret. Oh, but the damage might have been enough to take a kill on Keyboy if he didn't have the flicker.
Carl finds an angle. Sanji gets the kill.
They miss me, MGD.
I'm not even sure if he has a Sky Piercer. Would love to see the items right now. It is. Okay, so that makes a whole lot of sense.
So the damage from Oheb and Sanji. The damage from Oheb and Sanji. That's what you need to avoid. You're Onic ID.
Keyboy! What the fuck is wrong with you people? What the fuck is wrong with you people?
By Onic, a wave in the bottom lane, but the base turret up top will still fall. Liquid. In 12 minutes, they have stripped Onic ID of all their base turrets.
They didn't need to help the minions up top. And with very minimal effort from Team Liquid, they get to establish this much control and lead in this game against Onic ID. Damage dealt ranking, clearly Oheb is leading the pack. Severo is somehow dealing a decent amount of damage too, but if you were to take a look at that instant replay, that still felt in a way like a punish towards that AOG that felt, I guess, a bit miscalculated from JP. The members of Team Liquid weren't necessarily nearby to provide the necessary follow-up, and it was probably the most uncoordinated we've seen so far in this game, but that still doesn't take away the fact that it has been a clean performance from Team Liquid, and that especially will hold true if they get to secure this upcoming Lord once again.
She got tatal, she will love Gotori Baran.
My bad. Hey. There's a lot of MPL ID. Onic ID though. Oh, JP's looking for an angle, finds Kyrie in the bush and zones him away. Oheb on the Lord already. Keyboard with a conceal now, walking forward. Sanford
violate that.
Get the final slash into the back now, destroying that front to back. But attraction pulse lands on Sanford. Oheb
violate that. Cardi by Jangra.
But the lantern flare gets him back. Oheb to claim the godlike. Sanford utilizing the dash like he's a Lancelot.
11k goal difference ne guys. 11k goal difference ne. Loire kay no GD.
Keyboy could only do so much without the other members. Another final slash!
Over the sun, still there. Kyrie in the midst.
So Kyrie evolution great to je.
Future stack. Looking with the vengeance now against
Loire ji jo ima.
But it's done. Tlph walks up again. Sanji lights up the base of Onic ID, and it is a stop. That's the Liquid Stampede that we've been talking about for game number 1.
What the fuck?
Another clean game. The priorities were too clear for Team Liquid Philippines. You just knew what they wanted to go after. You just knew who they wanted to go after, who they wanted to shut down, and how they did all that together in this game. Individually holding their lanes, getting past the laning phase without or with little to no struggles at all up against their counterparts. And they were just so efficient in terms of doing what was needed of them to keep the lead growing, to keep the lead in their hands. And Onic ID barely had opportunities to shrink this lead. It grew to more than a 10k gold lead in Team Liquid's hands right before they ended that game. What a performance from the Cavalry. Let's hear what our panelists have to say after that game.
Thank you very much, Mirko and Brigida. So I kind of feel like one of the first things that we got to talk about is that Sanford is the savior for Arlet's win rate, because that look clean and dirty at the same time.
I can hear Destroyer's tune already changing.
Yep. Actually, even before the game, I said, yes, it's Sanford. That's why it might work. And, you know, when I see the translation for people, just like, okay, no more questions, guys.
Even if he hits nobody, and bring it aside, it's zoning. It's denial of the defense. And all the more terrifying. It's not necessarily a stomp the way we expect a stomp, because at least they got 6 kills in on him. It's not a stampede in a way that it's like a 12-minute, 10-minute game. It's more of a unstoppable object that you see coming at you at about 2 miles an hour, but you know you can't stop it. You know it's coming your way, like, oh no, what do I do?
Looking back at wildcards, MW at group stages, and now to the knockout stage, we saw both Stormy as well as Carl saying like they understand the meta. So right now I just want to ask the both of you your thoughts. What do you think is the meta now? And I'm not even talking about heroes. I'm talking about how do you approach the game now?
Rotations and triple mid. That's the main key. That's the main opportunity. Win early game. That's the main focus you should make. And here are the stats. So, okay, by the way, the carry. You see the damage. You see that damage, and that is Harry. The hero returns.
Yep. The way Ohe built it. If we will have time to show the items. He built it the old-fashioned way. You build a Starlium Scythe, you build a Feather of Heaven, and then Bob's your uncle. To build on, there it is, you'll see, folks. Talking about, there you go, 707 on the young Kiel, Oheb, Soriano. Mid-trio, yes, Destroyer, you mentioned that. And what it leads to are better laning for your side laners, better rotations with the EXP, joining Turtles, better rotations from your gold laners, joining fights earlier, again, unlocking Oheb so that he gets this kind of a kill score, and better team fights in general. If your trio mid are able to engage sooner and call fights better, then everything else just falls for your opponent. Like, they're forced to split the map and then find just crumbs, and then you end up with a 10k gold lead.
And this was the question before the game when we saw Cho. So the question was, for what? Whom are you gonna one-shot? Like, okay, you want chain control? Take something else. But like the Cho, you need damage.
Give away to the Onic sponsor
honestly, like looking all this entire month, it really is about this early game. This mid-game feels much more volatile compared to all the previous metas, where it doesn't matter if you go to early, as long as you have an okay mid transition into late, then you're good, you're golden. But in this meta, it doesn't seem like that's really the case, where, like you said, team fights seem a little bit more important now compared to before, and that early to mid, that's like the key spot where all the teams, they really got to draft their way to make sure that they have a good spot in that time zone.
And it's very rare now that a team can just give up Turtle 1 and 2 and then go from there. There has to be some way during even Turtle 2, let's say you just gave up 1, whatever, bad things happen. You give up Turtle 1 and then 2 by 2, you should be planning. It used to be that by Turtle 3, that's when you start to bounce back, but now you have to consider, again, the very early mid, and even how you find your power spike.
Even if you are planning to give up for
32.
Onic
Adjust to the rotations and take something for it. Like exchange for the turret, exchange for the enemy jungle, but exchange. Don't just give up it.
I kind of feel like that's the biggest point, is that now, like, you really got to focus on those turtles, because even in the previous meta, when you have an assassin in jungle, you almost like, I'm just going to sacrifice sort of 1 and 2, I'm just going to go for their buff, let them take the turtle. But even now, when we see the Lances come in, the Hayabusas come in, the Joy come in,
Semifinal Grand Final
turtle, which honestly is
Semifinal
that try to go for a little bit too late of a draft is gonna get heavily punished in this current meta.
Which makes all the more SRG OG's win in Series 1 of today so impressive. They are a late game team. They understand the dynamics of pushing it past 15 minutes. But they beat a team like Onic, which again, now looking back, Onicph, it seems like they've lost themselves in the current meta game. They don't know how to trade as effectively now in this current atmosphere. Now the question stands, does Onic ID get it? Because now they have to answer that question. They have to answer to Liquid.
Also, one important thing. We see, like, for example, Zetian. At the beginning, it appeared pretty often, but for now, we even don't see it.
Yeah, what does she add to this formula is the question.
Yes, so nothing actually changed, but we see that, okay, we adapted, we understand that it doesn't work. The same thing I'm expecting. I hope that teams will understand. Kimi, she needs too much time. Yes, you got Fredrin, but still we see that's not enough. When the higher tier you go, the further you go, or like for the tournament, the higher tier opponents you got, they understand. Let's go in phase, let's push first, let's make a pressure to that go.
Yeah, right now, like, while we're talking, let's look at the reaction coming in from the audience, because again, that was quite an opening game to this entire match, this entire series. And yeah, I really feel like for both teams, because Tlph, they really have this stampede going on. And even though you said it wasn't really a stomp, I kind of feel like it was enough, right? Because I think this is the big difference between professional players and everyone else. For us, 10 seconds feels like a short time. For them, 10 seconds feels like an entire week. They got to achieve so many things in that small time frame. So I really feel like we're moving towards a meta where you don't farm that much. You just got to get that going on quickly.
And that's the magic of Liquid. They understood that. Now it's not just talk. Because again, Stormy said earlier they get it, and it shows. Now, Liquid, Sanford, they get it, and we saw. What's Onic to do? What's Onic to show and to say? Because besides aura farming, legit, when he just drops Zaman Force, it's over. You know what's up. How does Onic answer to that? How do they make this historic encounter worthy?
And the crazy thing is, if I check the stats correct, between Kyrie going up against Carl is actually more in Kyrie favor, where I believe he won 6 times and Carl wins 5 times. So if Carl wins this one, then they basically equalize. But also just to show how
Kyrie ne 6 times lagting MOBA.
That's the match of the day. But no, it's not the match of the day, because previously we also saw, I mean, when we checked SRG, OG and Onic, right? It was also a tough match, really interesting game. And here is like they got to fight for honor. And who's gonna win? I have no idea. But for now, I see that Team Liquid, you know, they are more confident about the current meta.
Well, again, because this is the Saudi National Bank match of the day, we're gonna watch this extend forward. And so far, it does look like blue side is heavily favored, right? Because as of right now, crazy to think, we're already on the second series, still 100% win rate.
Yep.
We'll see if it changes or not, but this does mean that Onic ID should be picking up that first pick slot, and we can see if they have what it takes to take down Team Liquid with that first pick advantage.
And this is definitely another check for Liquid. Sure, you win flawlessly, amazingly, spectacularly in game 1 from blue, but we know blue is strong. How do you do it from red? What is the approach to the draft? how do you switch it up so that Kyrie doesn't end up with a hero that he's comfortable with, aka an assassin? And how do you shut down the natural strengths of the rest of their lineup? Because I'm watching game 1, yeah? I don't see Sans. I don't even see Savero. None of them performed the way we expected them to. Sure, Keyboy found possible kicks, but the Cho was a big question mark to begin with.
Yes. So, a lot of questions, but the thing that I know gonna happen. 1000%. Team Liquid Shin. So the thing that Lapel mentioned right before the game 1, they remove it all the time, and they just don't want. They understand that they're not gonna play with this hero, so better remove it and make your opponent think, okay, it's mind games. What's happening? They are tricky with us, and just let your opponent off guard.
Yep. Actually, speaking of that, I still remember during the group stages, it was actually Onic that let go of the Sushin and then fight back with the Aima. I don't think they will do it here, but we'll see. And for you guys at home, make sure you guys grab the MSC pass quickly because, again, it's going to expire soon enough. As of right now, the MSC pass is still 20% off. So this is a good time for you guys to grab that for yourself because there's an opportunity for you guys to purchase the previous skins like Natan, Archon of Knowledge. So again, complete those tasks to get those MSC coins. And now back to the fight here for the draft. We heard from Destroyer, we're not going to be seeing any kind of Yi Shin. My thought process here is that we saw that Fredrin is strong, but it looks like it's not just that Kai. The Hayabusa, especially in the hands of Carl, is looking pretty good. Will we see Kyrie on those assassins just to get that tempo back for Onic ID?
I think Hayabusa should be a bigger priority for Coach Sheb and Coach Adi, given that in all of first series today, in all of Onic PH versus SRGOG, we didn't see a shadow of Hayabusa, and I think that there was something fishy about that. But now, assuming that Onic does go blue, oh Lord, what? Onyx is red?
Did it change? Okay. Well, I mean, TL is blue, and I guess they're sticking there.
So the same game plan. You see, the same
Nothing has to change.
Nothing changed. Nothing changed, and there's the question mark if they got a ban. Okay, no Arlot ban. So
there you go. So we follow.
Arlot,
take a turn. Where do they change their draft?
I feel pick up your roamer quickly, so because maybe even Yums in the previous match, there's not many options, so they pick up the Cho. So maybe just changing that one. Now picking up the Gatot Kacha as well as the Fredrin.
So there's the change. There's a major revision. Liquid, they lose JP's hero. What do they put on Dad?
They adjusted to the draft. They absolutely understood that, okay, Cho didn't work. So let's take Gatot Kacha.
Granger.
And here comes the adjustment also from the team Liquid. So they're taking Granger and instantly
yeah, the problem is here, I
You
just gotta be careful of the Arlet, but again,
Farsa,
something with Selena, Farsa, Valentina, something of that nature.
But that also exposes Sans, and that lets Liquid attack him all the more, despite all the bans that can still come going into the second phase. The CC is put onto Tlph, so this I get. Again, you want to protect Sans. But maybe second to Kyrie, and maybe your team captain, Keyboy. Sans is the guy. He is Gila for a reason. So they're protecting him now. How do you go by the second phase? Onic can crack down on more junglers. Again, take out the Haya, take out the Akai. What are you going to do, Carl?
It's a good question. And also I'm thinking, you know, and what's about Kadita for the Onic? So actually, if you want to protect, maybe the best protection is by yourself. So it's also an opportunity, and you got the combination with CC and Gatot Kacha and also Fredrin, and there are a lot of CC, and you can combine it.
Honestly, yeah, that is a lot of control. Fred, Gatot, CC, that's a very you don't get to move kind of draft.
You just need the kind of damage to follow through, to finish what you started. Loyi gets banned here by Liquid, so they know that that's one of the ways they can get blindsided. Again, very directionally oriented. Their lineup is currently. There's a lot of initiative, but if you don't know where your opponents are coming from, say goodbye to successful engagements. Onic, do they take out more roamers?
Well, it looks like they're backing up the Akai. I mean, like, to be fair, they have a lot of ways to make sure that opponent doesn't get a move, and the Akai can kind of protect it. the only request that I have, you know, I would say preference, is that pick up a mid laner with AoE damage, because I kind of feel like single target was just kind of wasted a little bit for Onic.
They took out the two reliable AoE mid laners, the Farsa and the Loyi. Do you Selena now? Because it's a little too spelled out.
Valentina is more spread out. I guess in a way you can make Kadita spread out as well. Selena is a good pick. It's just that I'm worried it's just 2-1 pick off-ish.
What if Kimmy?
Kimmy, no. Please. Okay, I'm okay with Arlot right now if Kimmy playing Arlot, but I don't like the Kimmy.
Like JP? What if JP Arlot?
I'm okay also. And last pick, it's kind of smart. And I like it because there are several options.
Alpha? Welcome back! Alpha in the jungle, first time in MSC 2025. The
Taurine today.
Takes it.
Taurine. Alpha jungle by the Taurine.
I don't care about your defenses. I got true damage.
Time to stampede, baby.
What a game! Wow, and the last pick, and it's if. I'm not sure about if. You know, I like the composition from the both sides, actually. Especially my heart. Team Liquid took my heart.
I mean, like, I requested for AoE. He has a lot of AoE, but the thing is, once the Stampede starts coming through, Eve has no dashes to protect herself.
This is very Stampede coded for Liquid to dig that deep. I'm excited.
Well, thank you very much, Leo, as well as Destroyer. But now we got to throw it back to Brigida and Mirko.
Stampedes, dives, the Spear of Alpha and a glorious pathway making its comeback in game number 2 of the semifinals between Team Liquid Philippines up against Onic Indonesia. Could it be a potentially better scenario this time around for Onic ID, or will the surprise picks literally take them by surprise again here in this series? Welcome to game number 2. I'm gonna ask you first, how did you feel about this entire Alpha Hylos?
Yeah, I mean, I see the angle for Tlph. They really want to go for the Stampede. Hey, they don't even want to go for Stampede. We saw Stampede in game 1. This is what we call a possible Stompede. They want to stop Onic ID.
Sorry, guys.
They know after winning game 1 in that fashion, if they dominate game 2, they might have Onic ID tilted. They might be able to get a game 3 where they could do something else. You know, maybe show up another crazy experimental pick. And it's great to see this kind of unorthodox, right? I mean, it's weird to say unorthodox with the Alpha Hylos, which has been in the meta for so long. But it is in this meta. We haven't seen Hylos in a while, especially not Rome. Alpha, did we even see it in the group stage? No.
He was in the yet-to-be-used heroes
collage. One more hero to add to the list. It just goes to show how flexible this meta is, how open it is. Sanford on the Arlet, though, is what I'm scared about. Like, we see all these new picks, but I'm like, oh, man, Sanford on Arlet.
Yeah, it's showing how flexible the meta is, but also how comfortable Team Liquid is. They're just so confident in terms of bringing out all these picks because they're just so familiar with how you're supposed to use these kinds of heroes in the first place. I mean, this is something not necessarily what we know of Daddy JP when it comes to the setups. It's not the jawheads, it's not all that, but in essence, it still suits the way JP does play at a roam role really, really well, and especially with how aggressive Sanji and Sanford have been. I think if any, Carl's the one who's a little more on the calmer side if you compare it to the San duo right now for Team Liquid. They're literally making things happen, but Onic ID right now really wants to first position themselves
Low has to pop in region. Sanji gonna be caught by these Void Blasts. But Carl's been doing a good job there. RWM coming down over to Carl TZ. It's gonna be taught over. And it is a kill start in the second half of the game for Onic ID.
That brief moment where Sanford had his attention onto Tlph did capitalize on. Crimson Beacon kept him safe there for a bit.
Has the flicker too. Sanford joining in the fight. Lancer player almost getting the last reset for Sanford to jump in again. But see, this is the gamble you take when you go for a draft like this. Yes, you can snowball, you can stompede, you can get your power spake a bit early. But if you lose, another time for Mobile Legends, bang bang. Putting it down, a
among the Pune Male. Halune, yes! Hylos Halune, yes! Yes! Don't pick me again. Don't pick me again, bro. Don't pick me again. Onic ID Liquid 1 start.
Onic ID denied that
Third
from
place
him.
coming up.
Tlph still got his purple buff, but yes.
Second August
I
name,
feel like
bro.
as much as Team Liquid has such a great
Ayeng
comp in
punga ma the
terms of
third
its
place
ability to
laiba
dive,
Onic PS
it
ka
can be
kaino
heavily
ga
punished by Onic ID too if they
asida
don't get
kaino
to use it the
sanari
right
ba
way.
siga oidoiba
The
sida sanari ba ma siga mung
manipulation,
third
the
place ke
AOG,
compete
and I feel like even
doiba
our panelists
Onic
have been
PS
very
ka
vocal about wanting
Onic
a
PS
bit
not
more
airport yet,
AOE,
bro. Not
and
airport yet.
Onic ID has so much of that. They could literally set the tempo for a team fight, set the box, and win that fight if all things go according to plan.
Kano doy ni hayeng pung ama makaida hayeng pung ama makaida ki haudo ni pung ama makaida ki mari makaida na final best of 7 oido yarangani sida best of 7 oido ni ba
he's just more aggressive in general. And yeah, we saw him participate in the first neutral objective battle earlier with the SOD. And this is a signature pick. We've seen him play this since MDL, since Liga Nacional in Indonesia.
Yep. And it was such a perfect SOD too. Because Carl at that time was just right at the corner of the real world manipulation. So it was just so easy to land because again there was a brief stun before you actually get to walk out of it.
Let's go.
But there's the charge. Keyboy doesn't go with the unbreakable. JP holding the turtle.
Keyboy!
Into Sanford there, carrying to the taunt as well. Over to Sanji, just a bit of poke over, back and forth.
Keyboy decided with the MS only. Keyboy decided with the MS only.
RWM zones them in the backline as the ball capping gets popped up. Lookby pops in vengeance, gets
Moscow nice.
Pure misery actually puts Tlph away from the Praise of Craft, and it's going to be Kyrie brought back again. Severo now lifted up and will be able to flicker out to safety. Signs with a cleanup again, finding the double. Oh heaven, Carl on the turtle. Kai looking for an angle here. There's no retribution for both Carl and Kai. It will be with a death sonata.
Oh my
goodness. Retribution
a great fight done by both teams. Although Team Liquid were able to stay a bit longer in the turtle. But nonetheless, Onic ID, they still had their chances there. Severo went in at just the right time. Yes, did probably put Carl in a much safer position, but either way, still posed a threat, so Team Liquid couldn't fully proceed with the fight. And I could say the same for Team Liquid too. The way JP just decided to make use of the glorious pathway to dive right into where Sans decided to put down that real world manipulation made them really uncomfortable. But now once again, there seems to be another fight.
Keyboy caught in the tough spot, has the AOG, doesn't get it cancelled. It was so close, you could see the Lantern Flare almost pick him up. The goal difference here, mainly it's up for Sans, 4-0 and 1 on the eve. And we've seen how he can carry games. It's just now, how do they do on the high-lows?
Yeah.
Kyrie right there to back Severo up in case anything crazy happens and he won't walk in the bush, you know? No Kumar moments, not here.
No.
No Kumar moment,
right? Like they're not gonna try and check.
Yeah, they know. Severo knows he's gonna back away, but they still want to force it out. Sanji walks up.
What?
Keyboy with a taunt. But it's only to JP and it will be a trade. Turret down below for a turret up top.
Okay, Tlp's been working on the turrets for now. That's just all that he's been doing so far. But yeah, the idea that Team Liquid does want to do with this lineup is somehow answered back by Onic ID for multiple times in a row now whenever they do try to engage in a team fight. Because I feel like even just the energy eruption, it gives that delay that buys enough time for Onic ID to already set things up, especially when Team Liquid PH does decide to dive in. We haven't even seen a successful Spear of Alpha just yet coming in from Carl TZ2. Might have been an option for him to use it a bit more defensively for the past few minutes of the game, but now will they try to actually go for another engage?
Retribution. Nice! Kyrie, nice! Nice! Launi, Moscow, Launi.
And it's a back and forth battle with a vengeance popped in again over to Tlph, and somehow the minions get the turret in the mid lane and it becomes 2 for 1.
Team Liquid have managed the wave pretty well, or Onic ID might have stayed a bit too long, trying to wait for the right opportunity, trying to set up for that fight, which happened in the turtle just now. And so we see how Team Liquid are actually able to keep up in terms of the sustained team fights. Tlph, as long as you don't get to burst him down, the true damage is definitely there. It does threaten Onic ID to a certain extent, but you could say the same.
Wow.
Tlph, that vengeance, it just does so much. But yeah, the gold lead between our gold laners, I did not actually know it was this significant.
It didn't look like it, right? I mean, now Oheb has 3 kills. He's been stacking up kills slowly but surely. But yeah, you wouldn't expect that big of a lead. I guess the gold crab has really just been given over to Oheb every time.
Kay daw rin haybo no. Kay no naga kari kit bomba na fiber CDE ga jisukanan de haba.
Yeah, that's true. So they might have not put that much attention into Oheb, and that might be the thing that'll bite them in the back as this game progresses. Because I don't even think you could say they've completely shut down Team Liquid just yet. It's just that it's been a bit uncomfortable for them whenever the team fights do break out, but it's not like they always lose out when you look at the bigger picture. It's somehow there are just a bit more advantages if you look at Onic ID and the way they're able to keep themselves a bit more alive with a bit more HP after each fight happens. But I think you also have to look at the macro, because it's beyond how Oheb is surprisingly in the lead. They unknowingly let go of turrets, and I don't think that should be happening up against a team like Team Liquid.
Nope. The goalie is completely gone for Onic. Now, final size to play the combo over to Kyrie, and it's going to be first.
Sky si re, upay lete. Upay lete, how do you upay sila lete?
That's going to be Tlph jumping with a vengeance, and it's still the retreat from Carl. Oheb gets a double. The SOD lands, but he cannot take it. Oheb, the Filipino sniper, with a triple.
And you wonder how many stacks he already has on this Granger, on the Sky Piercer, with a 6-0 standing. It's been a relatively quiet game for Team Liquid, but now that he's online, that definitely changes things up.
Sans, live cam view. Gets a kill on Sanji, a bit too aggressive, but yeah. Oh, Sans got to be careful there. Kai holding in. Ooh, what? Yeah, Sanji, I guess they just walked up a bit too aggressive.
That is the playstyle we've been seeing from Sanji, so I wouldn't be surprised if he might have done that. But you have to be a bit more careful now for Team Liquid. They finally regained the lead in this game. They're the ones with the Lord. Onic ID will definitely have to work on that first. They get to reveal Team Liquid through the Magic Sentry. And they have the slow final slash with the
right there, and a double taunt comes in from Keyboy and Kai. The SOD lands as well, and the British Wrath does enough to take him down. Common Spear of Alpha, Tlph spacing away perfectly. Sanford down, Lord down, Onic ID defended without losing holy shield.
Okay, they still have all their holy shields intact.
Not a mid.
No, just, I mean, they took down the mid, so that's just one. But maybe not Keyboy if you're Team Liquid.
Yeah.
Like, maybe not go for Keyboy.
That's true.
There are so much other options. I mean, he was definitely the most accessible one, but he has the AOG. So they'll have to take note of that moving forward, because I don't think that was the first time they tried to go for a setup and Keyboy was the one on the receiving end. And they just got out. Oh, wait.
Spear of Alpha from Carl, the glorious pathway, cutting Kai in the back line. The British Wrath comes down as well. The AOG locks him down the back. Double taunt over, and that's a lot of pure damage.
Patay ne! Alpha naman na loy na igre. Upay lete. Moscow Tigre.
Gets a double Tlph. Zone to the back. That's Sanford
what the fuck, bro? What the fuck?
As he kites again, and he evades from a lot of those shots. But Oheb continues with the siege in the bottom lane. Pushing out the Death Sonata, and it will be a base turret for TL as they look to push in mid.
Now they might just try to look for another one, but Kyrie will be here to try and defend and clear the minion waves. Everything changes when Tlph finds the right positioning. Yes, he did go down, but you saw how he just blocked everyone off and just applied the right amount of true damage, much to a point where Kyrie, he just needed one last hit and he finally would have went down. So aside the fact that Severo was one of the first few ones to actually get taken down in that fight, Onic ID definitely needed to play it a bit more carefully right after that happened, because OHEB was still alive, and OHEB right now is 701, level 15, probably already complete in terms of his items, or just lacking at most one. So this is where things can potentially change. Oh yeah, he has complete items, even the Wind of Nature.
Under Lord Chidi Piru Ranu Dana. Kato Kasada. Magna Region, Magna Region, Animal Magna Region, Adini Canada.
Defensively, as that's even Spirit of Alpha, lighting onto Onic, doing some more damage. Sanji diving to the back, Severo getting the kill. Wind of Nature from OHEB, still stunned up. Severo able to flick around to safety as Carl still holds his ground. OHEB, that's another one landing, looking for the chase. Severo gets away, and Onic again trade out 2 for 1. It's worth it for TL.
Severo could have actually done much more, but the thing is, you'd feel too hesitant if the majority of your teammates are already running away. That's the purple buff. Still taken by Kyrie. He still has 5 seconds on the death timers, but I feel like Team Liquid will be paying attention to the other lanes for now, at least respecting Onic ID and their capabilities to defend, because despite what's been happening so far in this game, Severo, you can already feel his damage. He is definitely a threat, especially with once there is a failed attempt from Team Liquid. Sanford could definitely get punished later on. Oh!
RWM locks Carl down. That's the winner crown.
Come back. Come on. Come back. Second miss pose. Come back. Let's go. Come back.
They will try to clear the waves from a distance, but it will be enough. Onic ID gain access to one base turret.
It's not enough
from the cavalry, and that's exactly what we talked about. Those small errors that could completely be turned around by Onic ID, given the nature of their lineup. A single real-world manipulation in response to a failed attempt could mean everything to
we need a comeback.
The
We really need a comeback, Onic. We really need that comeback.
Real-world manipulation, but in that skirmish, we gotta give props over to Keyboy.
Yep.
He was the one keeping everyone there. The AOG landed, the taunt came in as well. That is not Severo.
We need a comeback. We need a comeback.
He's still almost fully stacked up. Again, would love to see the stacks on OHEB right now, because despite all of this, despite the front line already getting dismantled, he stays alive without using Flicker. This man's positioning is immaculate.
Did he go for item change right there? Because I feel like he had the Wind of Nature earlier already, but he bought it again right now. So maybe there was a bit of buy and sell, especially in that last clash which happened. We'll get to confirm that later on, but this is looking to be a game that Onic ID might have gotten themselves back into. They actually have the lead already.
Does the lead even matter at this point is the question, right? Have all the carries gone to their power spakes? Sans and OHEB, eyes on them. It comes down to the front to back, and it's not the gold lane here. Severo is the added bonus because he has the SOD. He has ways to break the front line. The main damage source, though, in a lot of these team fights is Sans for Onic ID.
Yeah. I mean, Team Liquid too have decent range, but it's through OHEB. Sans, his kind of range is different. It just affects
a few bops.
Yeah, it affects so much more than poking heroes down, poking certain members down. Oh, but wait, JP too.
Chain CC there, doing a lot of damage again. Sanford looking for Sans, gonna find Sans, but it's gonna be flicking around. Severo able to get the winner crown away, now kiting away JP. Misery. Unable to get into frame. OHEB with the flick.
Very bad.
Severo buys winner nature now onto Sanford. Final size landing. It's Severo. Kyrie in the back line trying to go for something, but he cannot. Severo with the take. Immortality down OHEB. He pops in with the nature and now gets Chain CC to the ground.
Wiped out.
Team Liquid have wiped Onic ID out.
individual
game second match
just to make it out alive. Winter crowns coming in from Carl. Even though it got too messy,
Positioning
it's a
though,
positioning they only have Sans to defend this.
Oh, they got a minute wave to come in again. That's gonna be the RWM to zone them.
Positioning though. Second kya wala rin second naman. Oh, sisile.
ID to stay in this game. And TL, because of that move, I don't think they can blitz the Lord. No, they can't.
They can't. Oheb's not there too. That was a shutdown on Oheb, by the way. Whoever got the kill on Oheb. Savero. He definitely got a lot of bounty out of that. And now he's keeping up. I don't think keeping up even is the right term, because in that fight, he was the one who served as a massive threat. That last-minute wind of nature, if it weren't for the knock-up on the Lantern Flare done by Sanji there, that could have been a turnaround or a way for Onic ID to keep themselves alive once more, or even convert into the Lord, because if Savera was there, then they could have been the ones to blitz the Lord. But Team Liquid Philippines, are they looking for a different route?
They need to. They need to break this front to back. They were able to access Sans, right? It was Sanji and JP getting an angle somehow through the jungles of Onic to get that flank to happen. That was what made Sanford's sacrifice worth it. And in the end, he didn't even need to sacrifice, because they were able to get the shutdown. And Onic, instead of defending Sans, they were like, all right, Sans is a lost cause at that point, right? Everybody was piling on him. We needed to go for something else, and that's why they just dove on Oheb.
But the call is different.
Maning da. Asyik kanan dia tak tu yang malay macam kanan dia tak tu yang malay macam kanan dia tak tu yang malay macam kanan dia macam aduh kanan dia macam hai no hello come back
Pushes in mid lane. Sans buys immortality in time. Pops to the void.
Asyik mid lane je recall tawan na nuni asamahan gri.
So Oheb, as he gets the recall in time, and it ends up just being Sanford left to sacrifice. He gets out with a vengeance. Darn you, Sanford!
That's the Arlet. That's Sanford on the Arlet for you, still alive.
Lord Laurone.
And we'll get to recall. Cartesian and JP were taken out in that sequence. So this means Onic ID will be a lot more encouraged to take this objective. But Sanji, he's walking up front.
Do they have enough damage is the question. Sanford reads it out.
Alpha Throw 3 na throw. Alpha Throw 3 ba si Alpha Throw 3 ba. Alpha Throw 3 ya ba kai kiru no ba si kiru no ba. Aji yung shidra mali tawri je. Finally. Alo je mo ko shidri tawri je.
They must back. They will back. 20 minutes in, a turnaround for Onic ID.
Luckily enough, even without anything to use the vengeance on, Sanji was there helping Sanford, making sure he still got to survive. The vengeance, the potential turn, that could have been done by Onic ID, but nonetheless, I feel like there wasn't any much threat. Kyrie still had the retribution during that moment, so it was almost sure, it was almost guaranteed that they definitely would be the ones getting the objective. And now that's what Team Liquid is trying to work on. But Keyboy, he's also looking for an angle himself. Conceal gets spotted out by Sanford though, and Team Liquid use the conceal for themselves as well. Wait, Sanji!
Tani lang ka to je. Lord sangre. Lord sangre to je. Upay lai dong mande. Pustong ngam dong mande.
Doing a whole lot to TL, but again, TL have a lot of shred. Carl and Oheb, they continue to push. Will be able to clear out these lords pretty easily.
Yeah, but will they be confident enough to survive? They still have to deal with the incoming waves. You would have thought that maybe because they know that there's no real world manipulation anymore for Onic ID, but there's a lot of housekeeping you need to do. You can't allow Onic ID an opening as well, because I feel like they'll be capable enough to go for a split push or a different way to end things, especially through Savero, similar to how Team Liquid attempted to do that earlier. I mean, that play was definitely a highlight, right? The way they took that gamble down bottom and tried to end it there. So now Team Liquid, they have to stay composed. I know it does feel like they were the ones in the better position for the majority of the game, but things are completely different right now, and that's maybe why you also sense
city exam high dom dai ki matha sa ba today sina thiele oi ba as
they know they've been outscaled. This is a problem now for Liquid, the big one. Damage from Carl. Just
tien trước exam high dom koi matha sa ba today sina thiele matha sa ba yeng na kang matha sa bi
if he's still able to get those Sky Piercer stacks up, he'll win them the game. But Onic ID have a lot more. They have a CC, a Moskov, a Yi, so much more damage to play with now that we're in the late game.
That's so much sustained damage. That'll be very favorable for them. If ever the team fight does get a bit extended, not to mention Savero. Now Sanford might just try to look for an angle though.
I'm maning day man changi bi angle siya I'm maning day ne I'm maning day nyo asi kairi si kamay doy no asi kairi gato kacha kanado na alpha nang thanga kren ni taw ni si as mosko mong le asi gi pa mo si kren ni kren na siya tana daw yaro ni.
It's a 1-for-0 and Onic ID have lost one of their main damage dealers.
It happened again. PSOT landing on Competizi, but him holding on that winter crown and even having the immortality still. Onic ID could not proceed with this fight, not with Sans, or not without Sans. And that results in a lord that'll finally go into the hands of Team Liquid. They still have ways to defend this though. They still have Severo. It might, yeah, Sans will definitely make it. The lord is gonna spawn a bit later in this game. And all their resources are going to be up by then, so they definitely have a way to deal with this. But how does Team Liquid try and approach this? Because so far the team fights that they've been winning out on are the team fights wherein they come in from the most unexpected angles across the map, where they get to use the glorious pathway to really block away members. Wait, where's that?
Right.
Oh, he sold it.
He sold it and bought. Okay.
What's he gonna buy?
So he's selling again. He knows he's not gonna get any value out of that. So he buys the win in nature. There he goes. 0 stacks on Sky Piercer.
Okay.
Kai with a taunt.
Kairi hana sangre. Kairi hana sangre se. Kanano si bo. Iboy mo sila kaduri bro. Sidi. Lord of the low tone. Lord of the low tone. Achi hingi. Kiboy hingi. Kiboy hingi. Kiboy hingi. Kiboy hingi.
Across the board.
Kanano si bo. Kanano si bo. Lord se. Lord se. The Lord. The Lord. The Lord. The big yes. Yes. Yes! 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 Savero, yes! Pesto! 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 Defend down! Defend down! Defend down! What the fuck?
That could have been moment. Keyboy already found the taunt. He found the taunt onto Oheb. And you would think that was a very risky play because the marksman, the gold later wasn't there anymore. Team Liquid Philippines fought with the only remaining resources and people that they had in that fight. And we saw each and every one of them up until the very end, risking it, just focusing everything on the base. Carl and even Sanji. He still had the Crimson Beacon. He walked up towards the base.
Last minute stool.
The way that the Lord was still up, that was also another way that Team Liquid were able to find the end angle in this game. Onic ID, they definitely were set on looking for the kill on Oheb, but that didn't translate into much. Now, let's hear what our panelists have to say after that long game we had for game number 2.
Thank you very much. Considering how long that game was, I can't believe I'm saying this early. We already have match point for Team Liquid. And again, for some reason, blue side, first pick still gets the W.
We expected Onic to switch up, but something else we did not expect is the return of the Alpha and the Hylos. And I'll tell you now, highlight plays coming from Daddy JP. I never thought he could make a Hylos do that. How could you sneak up around and somehow still find a way to singularly stun Sans, drop a glorious pathway to block the entry and the protection from Onic ID to get to the point where we are when we ended?
That's a nightmare.
Hylos was super amazing, but I also want to highlight Savero. I really liked his play, and Sans. I don't know if that guys couldn't survive. It would be a 10-minute game. But Sans, he was trying to make everything he can just to defend the base.
And I really feel like it really is actually punishing those front lines, because in the previous keys to victory, make sure you punish those front lines, something that SRGOG does. And this is what we see coming in from Tlph. That Alpha, yes, has a lot of strength, a lot of true damage, but even the Arlet as well, whoever's up front, he's able to take care of it. Like you said, Diddy JP, making sure that the back line, sure, they can still deal damage, but it's going to take some time because he's going to stun them first.
To be fair, there were some moments of brilliance from Onic as well. If you'll recall, in that very final sequence, about 20 seconds, 30 seconds before the base broke, Keyboy had a stroke of genius. That was his easy equals empty squared moment. He concealed and ran through all the chaos and up and stunted Oheb, got him killed, and that bought them maybe 10 more seconds, but he was hoping for all hope that they would be able to clear and defend. But at the end of the day, Liquid knew what they were doing. That was, I'd say, one of the first times I've ever seen that kind of end angle, to be able to just cause enough mayhem for the Lord and the rest of the minions to finish the job.
But still, you know, my emotions, like, it was still a roller coaster. You're still, okay, Onic, and even when Team Liquid was trying to finish the pace, you, 1 second, and you feel like, and you saw the emotions, like Keyboy was, oh my god, he understood 1 more second, and they could win that game.
Yeah, playing a high was like a going to the back line, and then helping that initiation. Heck, now I gotta look at my own high loss play and be like, yo, I got stuff to do. I gotta teach this old dog new tricks.
Yep, big 4 by the end of that game were both Oheb and JP. Damage taken, most assists, most damage dealt, most farm. If Baby Cakes is Tlph and Oheb, what is Oheb and JP? Because that's a new connection that we've seen flourish here in the knockout stage of MSC 2025. I'm here for it. I want to see more of them.
Gentlemen, we're at match point, and I kind of feel like Onic ID needs to take their time to re-strategize going into this matchup. So we're going for a very short break, but after this, we're going to resume and see if Onic ID can push us further, or Team Liquid Philippines will be the second team to go to the grand finals.
Third place Onic ani putana doira ba dudi. Natte hayeng third place Onic ani putana doira ba dudi. 3-0 the board Onic aro bi chope. First game lo half ya da tai ni half ya ta ga di half way throw bro. So the debate for the best jungler is finally going to get over, right? Howji phogiti kaino tawrisi Team Liquid ka Onic ka thengna bada howji phobada lead tawraga chatlisi Onic na neba kaigino di kairi na 6 time win tawreba lutar gati kaino na win tawbana Kaltina win tawbana kaino neba mangarak neba kairi na mahelieba taruklak neba kairi na win tawrisina adu oiba taragadi finally Kaltina sida chigi defeat tawba ngam taragadi kaino oidoineba natra animak to samana lakadoineba Sina last oiba si match ahum wali sanagadaba kaigumba sanagadoriba third match sida Onic na kaba taragadi match ani wat kineba sanagadaba aduna hauji phauge di Team Liquid match ani magne hoji kakaleje aduga mathang dusu Team Liquid na muka ka taragadi game lo shale duda goji color change tawram do mali asa ai yoju nganga ga nei no jilei khoi do waro bi thawgal le haba sadu di moi su chana bani ni ai ju khangi ni moi no leram go taw pressure do hoti hona jaba oh the performance to ayro ay ut payada to inimi adune back to back team liquid na kasan taragadi yare Onic versus Onic final da sanaba gaina asa tawrambadu to third place to ina Onic versus Onic taw yare
This land is calling.
Saudi doing challa jera khang de da ai kaino ai utpa ya de da ai no uning da na kaino to na taba ai no uning da na utaba na taba ngasi ai technical problem do laire ba semi ji suya ya
The semifinal resumes with match point for Team Liquid. Welcome back to the English broadcast here at the panel. We predict at least 4
third
games.
place hana
And I
gatoi
gotta
ba
say,
pung
game
ama
number 2,
makai
that
da
was very
aduga
close. That
pung
was
mari
very
makai da na
close,
grand
but still,
final.
Until the crystal is broken, you can't really say that you won. Welcome back. My name is Tlph. Alongside of me is Destroyer as well
Onic
as
Prime
Leo.
DSR over.
Destroyer, looking at this matchup, is it really Onic ID
CW
making the mistake, or is it just Team Liquid is just too strong?
I would like to say that Team Liquid is too strong, but as you mentioned, they were like nearly come back, and the problem, like every inch, it depends what's gonna happen, and exactly in that period of time, Onic, they missed that inch. They need a little more time, like 30 seconds, like 2 seconds. Somewhere they just moved in the wrong pattern, but still, they can do it. I trust in them, I believe in them, and I think we can see much more. They warmed up, they are ready for it.
And I gotta say, Team Liquid with that kind of win, I believe Liquid fans are feeling really good, because just gonna take this moment to remind everyone that the club championship, Team Liquid was number 7, if I'm not mistaken. Now being in top 4, I believe their number moved up. But if they become champions, then hey, it's gonna be looking pretty good. In fact, we're gonna look at the EWC Club Championship presented by STC. As of right now, Team Liquid is number 4.
Yep.
This is a huge
Demes aroi bi walle da Demes aroi bi da walle Granger na ga piri with Demes to yeng with da
champions. They could keep up, they could catch up with Falcons as well as Vitality.
Huge gains possibly on the horizon for Team Liquid, because they are 1 game away from making it to the grand finals. And if it's the same form that they bring into tomorrow's best of 7, I can't see a universe where they don't eventually take home the title. Like, this is the cleanest, the strongest, the best we've ever seen Liquid.
Yeah, but one thing that we got to talk about here is that Falcons, for them to be eligible, for them to be able to use these points, they need at least 1 title win, which they haven't gotten just yet. So honestly, the points are looking good, but they need to secure 1 win, and that puts pressure on Team Liquid as well, because if they win, then higher chance for them to win it this year.
So actually, it depends. For the clubs, it's like a competition, real competition, because Falcons need to win, Liquid needs to win, and here is the best option for the Team Liquid to go to the better results.
And I gotta say, Team Liquid looks like they have a very good chance here, Leo.
A great chance. Again, we've seen them sweat, but isn't that part of the game, to put effort, to exert yourself? They haven't lost just yet. They haven't dropped the ball. They've dribbled it, sure, they've stumbled, they fumbled, but they rolled over, land on their feet, and then kept going at 100 miles per hour. That game 2 ending, oh my lord. You could have just clipped the last minute and said, guess how we end up here. No one could tell you what happened there in that game. And that's what makes, how you're saying, Destroyer, there is hope for Onic. Number 1, how do they start? Go blue.
Go blue.
Go blue.
That's the reason.
And then try to stop this madness. This is a dawned on me and made more he's in my ear. He's like, they're forcing Kyrie on the Fred to deny the Arlott Fred combo from Liquid, because that alone could ruin anything.
Something is to tell them. Yellow is 2024. 2025.
Saw blue.
Saw blue.
Oh, that's good, guys. So, for now, the blue side, you know, is chosen by...
And it's still TL!
Yes!
It's still TL!
A wise man by the name of Vas Montenegro said, can I tell you the definition of insanity?
Carino. Team Liquid na first pick adum ta lai residi. Arlo da dum paire ni residi.
Yes. Well, hey, sometimes
Team Liquid na first pick
you
adum
gotta
ta
be
lai
a bit
di.
local to get the W. But now we're looking at draft here. As you guys know, Tlph blue side on.
Arlo da muka paire ni residi. Arlo da muka.
Yisenshin, Fovia is banned out by Team Liquid, and now Onic banning out the 1-1 Baxia as well as the Lancelot. Would it be crazy to see Arlit first pick?
They tried
the
pennies. They're switching it up.
Is this also a way to pinch down Kyrie?
This is they're forcing one of the two red picks. Yes. They're making Onic play as if they were blue with one less power pick in red.
Or just be like, hey, for me to be the GOAT, I need to beat you on the pick that you couldn't win with.
I hope it's not an ego check.
No, there shouldn't be. I think there's a plan. There's a plan that Tlph just described, and I'm pretty sure that they will follow it. So, CC and the second pick. It's Granger.
So they get away with the Arlott-Fred combo. What do they put it up with? Arlott, Fred, Zushin.
Oh, that's nasty. Zushin is already pretty nasty, not gonna lie.
You get the combo combos.
When you unnecessary the Arlo so PM tawtara de mang duri mini PNG.
They get a draft that they can fight whenever they want, and the question is when. They're like, yes,
When?
fight, yes.
I didn't get when.
Earlier today.
Yeah.
Yesterday. We wanted to fight yesterday.
It's like the coach asks, like, how many times do you guys want to fight? Yup. It's a meme, basically.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
I understood.
So you see, like,
yes. So right now, Tlph, we predicted the pick, and it's pretty strong pick, pretty strong opening here coming in from Team Liquid.
I got no comments actually.
You can't Hayabusa here.
No. Oh,
the Barats.
Liquid switched up the formula, still ended up with the same result. Get Kyrie on a non-assassin hero.
I can't believe we're having a matchup between Kyrie and Carl, and it's just all tanks.
They tried to go to him. They said, go higher, go whatever.
Kyrie Kumar only ko.
Whatever you want. Yes, I want Barats.
HP better than
Kyrie Kumar ni only Jose.
Give me the peel.
To Arlo da upay gre to.
This is Kyrie's way of saying I'm hungry.
Kari no jibu baksha nati kari. Asiro to kari ba.
I'm ready for it. So, Harit, Bant, and Louis also going away.
The
drafts from the right side, Onic.
Barat.
I expect from them actually to ban gold.
We don't have no pick
because they also already got Granger from the left side. We see the jungler.
We direct Kyrie Kumar.
Okay, potentially wrong, but most likely explain.
Irrital Moscow's choices.
Yes, and Moscow, I guess, the best choice.
Yep, either or. You just gotta let one slide. And so far, Oheb, even though he's been feeling under the weather, I gotta say, he's performing out of his mind. And they ban out the Moskov, giving the option for that Irrital to come true, which I kind of feel like they prefer, because at least you're not gonna be surprised by the SOD. But now the Farsa, it's bad again.
So now what's left for Gila?
Oh.
You just need one more for Keyboy, you need one more for Suns. Who shows up first in red 4? I'm guessing they protect Sans all the way, man. Sans was the guy in game 2 scoring in the series. Protect Sans, keep him at red 5.
Eve again? What do you think about
3-0
the slow drafts?
Fedrin ke kaya maganda migi dia sona kanda Fedrin 5 kai na Fedrin 5 kanda haya bochawo adagi keno pyre
this is not one of those that I was thinking about.
Yeah. Navarre, I didn't expect it actually.
And then do you Matilda? Is that even an option?
So I guess the idea is just play with range. Like, I feel like you want to play macro, get as many objectives as possible. But for you to be able to execute this draft, kind of means you have to win the first 2 turtles. So the moment the first 2 turtles goes over to Team Liquid, you already lose a chunk of your win condition.
And then you play for the 15-minute mark.
Exactly, yeah.
And what do you think about just look on the right side? They got a poke damage, right? They need some kind of save, maybe sustain, maybe. I know it would sound like crazy, but Estes.
Honestly, I was thinking the same thing. It's not that crazy. And then the Minotaur and the Claw. Honestly, the draft coming in from Tlph kind of feels like last year MSC's draft. We haven't seen a Minotaur in a while.
Yep.
Got buff, pretty strong, but very situational. And honestly, looking at
Nigi
the draft,
crowd
it's a
control
good situation for the Minotaur.
Nigi
Not a
crowd
lot of ways
control
to punish. There's cow?
Actually, a lot of crowd control.
Bharat Nadi crowd control di tawde
His name is
na.
what he is.
Yeah, Minotaur is Minotaur. And if
Hindi mi combo sana di ko sana si yung
I still think that Estes, really, it seems good. For me, okay, it's for me.
It is Estes!
Yeah, here we go!
As much as I'm so happy that you saw this coming, I'm not so sure this is a very Onic draft.
Honestly, it feels like Onic is having a hard plan A and a hard plan B.
Fedrin paru rano ni.
And you know what? If
Fedrin
H works
gisi
out,
di paru rano ba.
then it's all good.
Kaba
Thank you very
Fedrin
much,
gisi
Destroyer,
di paru
as
rano
well
ba.
as Leo.
Kaya
Is
kaya
this
ba?
the final game
Fedrin gisi
for
si mo da
Onic?
padra
Will they
ba
be
pau
able
da
to
ahum
extend
ne ba.
this one? Mirko and Brigida, we're seeing Anestas in this match. We're gonna give it over to you guys.
Thank you so much to our panelists for breaking down that very surprising draft potential last game. The surprises just kept coming in. From the moment we saw the Barats, or maybe from the moment we saw the Fredrin, Jushin, and Arlot locked in together for first face.
Game loaded. Good night, guys.
To game number 3 between Team Liquid Philippines and Onic Indonesia.
Very much good night.
I'm gonna give you the floor now. This is where you air all your,
Good
or
night.
maybe even just surface level sentiments regarding the draft.
Dude, the last time I saw Barats, my team went home. My team got reverse swept. So, this is bringing some real bad memories, man. And I agree with the panel. Kimo in the mid lane on the Estes already flickering out. Here's the problem. Here's the big problem.
Okay.
Yes, maybe they've got a draft that can work, but it's not very Onic.
It's not.
This is a... Is that Kyrie and Kimo, or is that BY's, you know?
I'm not so sure anymore. How do we wait for the Keyboy setups? How do we anticipate the Kyrie mechanics? This is a completely different game plan that Onic ID are trying to go by. So this is a... I don't know, maybe a double-edged sword in a way that Team Liquid ID may not be that from like Team Liquid Philippines. See, it happened to me too. Team Liquid Philippines might not be that familiar with how Onic ID does play this, but generally speaking, you should have an idea of how these kinds of lineups are played out.
First blood red is only na 61% guys yan linaway man.
Well, I don't think they're gonna get first blood with this composition. Like usually they're all in trying to go for like the aggressive plays. The Amon in the group stage, Lancelot that we've seen. Again, also Hayabusas. When you hear Kyrie, you don't hear Barats.
You're dancing. You're dancing.
Yung Taurizong, Taurizong, Siberia Taurizong.
Kyrie, Barats. But hey, don't knock it until you try it. Onic idea trying something new. They have Pryo on Turtle.
Although the team fight for Team Liquid
Keyboy 2,
Sanford gonna be caught on the curtain calls. That's gonna be a lot of damage.
Yes!
Star Shatter, Praises wrapped him down. Sky is still alive. Red trees both used up already. Sanford taken very low. Limpy comes in as a gets the kill. Kai walking up. Sanji glance and flare as again Oheb just walks back into the mid lane. And Onic have gone
Onic getting the first starter. Coach, itu yara kadora bro kenum taure ko.
Until you try it.
Coach, itu yara kadora bro kenum taure ko.
Team fight clearly, Onic ID got the advantage. So this is indeed very different from the usual Onic ID that we know, but the way they're just playing it out through pure sustain. Okay.
Did you see that?
I didn't. What did you see?
Someone in the crowd said Onic ID, get ready for your key to be crushed or something.
Oh my goodness. Don't knock it. Don't knock it.
Don't knock it till you try it, folks.
Don't knock it. So far, it's been working for Onic ID. They have a 1k gold lead right now, and as we've mentioned, they've just sustained the entirety of the team fight. And Sans could be that reliable guy to fire all those star shatters from a distance and deal decent amount of damage to Team Liquid. And in a way, Team Liquid do have their own ways to sustain. They have the motivational roar, but during that moment, it was just so unfortunate. JP wasn't level 4 yet, and he felt like he was the first to be targeted down.
And this is
Kyrie gets his stake time. This is my time.
Kyrie and Yed, aren't those two the guys I beat with this and the Barata M3?
Team Liquid so kaleva. Kaya am puina mechibu sana doi nona. Aduna mo jo kiri takshala loy ninge baji.
Sanford up top trying to go for the kills again. Keyboy able to heal up. Tlph putting down the curtain call and poking Sanford down. Yeah, Onic ID. It just seems like they're Yeb and Kyrie have never been able to beat this Ube. They've always fallen to this Ube, and now, I guess if you can't beat it, play it.
Yeah. That might just be the way to go. And it's not like it feels as if Onic ID is just so unfamiliar with this entire playstyle. I mean, you've said it, they've played against this kind of comp long enough to know how to play around it, or maybe even better, how to play it themselves. But maybe that's where we try to look for answers in Team Liquid's lineup as well. How do they burst down this lineup, which feels as if it's so impossible and difficult to burst down? Oh, there's
the burst out coming up with Blazing Duet into the back. So Vero's still there. Keyboy with a healing, and they are all stuck. San's walking out. Pot of the meteor down. Sanford with the stun onto 2. Keyboy with the flicker out. Still healing again. Sanford reset. Oh, with the BGMI forward. Severo will be taken down. Tlph low and chased down by Sanford. And Liquid have turned the game around against this Ube.
I mean, what better way to answer back against Ube if not the AoE skill similar to the Blazing Duet that's able to shred you down? And that was right after we were questioning and asking where the damage was through this Minon Fury Blazing Duet combo that Oheb and GP have to do all along. Oheb right now is serving as the key, is serving as the answer to the entirety of the game plan that Onic ID are trying to pull off.
Oh, you can see the audience here. Reaction after getting that team fight win, everywhere and now it just looks tough. Again, this is giving me a lot of trauma, man. What team did this in everybody?
Yep, it's gonna take a bit more time too if they want to rely a bit more on Severo to provide a bit more damage. Oh, there goes the Astro Echo though. Forces out the Blazing Duet from Oheb. Could have been a close call, but that's the thing. Onic ID right now, they're literally forced to group together. That's where their lineup is gonna work best. That's where they have to make use of all the resources that they have. But the goal difference is making it a bit too difficult for them to even look for team fights. So maybe it's just playing the disciplined and slow game that's gonna work for them at this point.
Let's see if they can make it work. The goal lead for Liquid isn't that massive, just like it was for ID. It's only hovering at 100. Securing the next neutral objective. Walking up against Sanji to be poked in the mid lane.
Comfort pick never say. Comfort pick never say. Comfort pick never. I can't never say. Comfort pick never. Yeah, Deva.
Again, 2-man knock up and 2-man stun. Blazing went into the back of Brazer's wrapped with a whole lot of damage. As Sanji walks up as well, dishes out damage, and it will be Sanford.
Mana tata ju logre loire kai no wa chide to loire
the free kill on Keyboy, and it will be another reset from Sanford again and again, going through this composition of Onic.
The San duo, they're so back, they're doing it through the final slashes and all the active players. If we were to look a bit back on that team fight and how it panned out, it was a great start. It was definitely a great start for Team Liquid. That was a flicker final slash from Sanford, followed up by another flicker and the knockup from JP as well. So Onic ID, when you're forced to group together like this, oh my goodness, okay. That was that was.
That's Sanford.
Yeah. Sanford on the Arlot for the third time in a row.
Oh my lord.
In this series, by the way. But yeah, I mean, that's so hard to go up against. Your entire lineup needs to stick together. But Team Liquid Philippines, final slash, Minon Fury, Blazing Duet. Oh, what did you say?
He said, I love you, Onic.
He said, I love you.
Yes. If you can read lips, you know exactly what he said.
Yeah, because you're Filipino now.
I am, yes. The words I know are not that,
No, they're very Filipino.
They're very Filipino. Sinigang, yes. All right, Oheb in the bottom lane, getting a free turret here. And at this point, what do Onic do? Like, do they just scale? But how did he scale? Because Team Liquid are just gonna split the map up. Even in team fights, they have so much AOE. Remember, they picked up this movement against possibly
Sige, ano player Tlph Savario
going through everyone. Carl Tizzy,
Savario bro. Severo ba? Severo.
And the Jushin has a Sky Piercer already, by the way. So, I mean, if you want to look at different ways, maybe wave management, side management, but who could even do that for Onic ID? I don't think anyone is meant to play away from these other teammates. If you look at their composition, because they're all meant to work together. So they're being so restricted right now by the way that they decided to approach this game. Now that especially Team Liquid is in the lead.
Kai's supposed to be attacked. Sanji brought back, has the Purify, pops it in, and respects the damage of Onic with the Crimson Beacon. So at least Onic do damage, but it's really just like it really is tough to get through the front line because their damage is so easily blocked.
Okay, this is such a hard thing to brainstorm about. Like how? It's just full of how. How does Onic, where, when? Questions for Onic right now, and the way that they could potentially fight back against Team Liquid in this kind of situation. And to be fair, Team Liquid
angle for Onic to continue the chase. Final slash, not with the flicker this time. Sanford backing away. JP for Kai is the trade, and it will be Onic somehow holding on to this game. Carl in a weird spot, gets the dash away. Sans puts the dash down, puts a Star Shatter 2, and they get a tier 1.
Yeah. Onic ID definitely had to force that chase. They had to run after Team Liquid. They had to prolong the fight a bit longer because they lost Kyrie. So there was no way that they could have contested the objective if ever they did let go of Team Liquid, if ever they did just decide to run away and disengage, because Team Liquid converted that into the objective. But nonetheless, that's where we end up right now. Team Liquid are holding on the objective!
Wiped out. Nobody am tanda game guys. Game
Team Liquid now have a 6,700.
I think
if Onic ID doesn't find a way to deal with this, it would be very, very devastating. They've barely been able to do anything up against this lineup of Team Liquid. There have been moments where it seems like they're able to sustain it a bit long enough, but the next question is, how do they fight back now? Where will the damage come from? Because Team Liquid, they're the ones who can save up their skills a bit more later, just decide to go in, and that applies the most to the Blazing Duet. There's the Astral Echo already committed though. Sanford though.
Final slash already.
Nice. Aloran sigre. Patay niya.
Tlph still surviving. Appraiser's found with a big bomb. Oh, Heb looking for the range.
Grenade chung pan di huy ba.
Onic ID once again find a way to stay in the game. Kai for Sanford. Sanji got a tough spot. Has the healing from JP. Oh, Heb doing a whole lot of damage. Tlph brought back for Sanji. Severo clearing out mid lane.
Nang is EXP ga MM ga jidi chungya
finds the shutdown. Oh, what? Walks in. BGMI into Severo. And Onic ID have yet another chance. A Star Shatter landing at Carl Tizzy.
They're probably just waiting for that moment. Severo right now,
EXP gave him Tlph, guys. EXP gave him Tlph.
Okay. He did pick up the talisman as well, so he could spam his skills a bit more. He could spam his healing a bit more for his team. And that's what's been keeping them in the game so far. Yes, the first item was actually the Flask of the Oasis. It wasn't the talisman. It just came in recently now. So that's the entire idea that Onic ID are definitely trying to go by in this game. But so far, if you look at the leads, Severo actually slightly ahead in terms of against OHEB. So I think if Onic ID are still banking on that idea, then they've done a pretty good job at just trying to protect the overall.
Onic ID, they might not have expected, well, maybe they did expect to get to this point. Just not in this fashion. And Team Liquid, that was so weird. Did they get overhyped? They just jumped in, dude.
Sanford was already low in that most recent
Onic Prime the dia Onic Prime matamdadi furamganida CW go yauriganda furamganida.
They could have respected a bit more of Onic and their sustain, but OHEB has
CD Prime na 3 Onic Prime na 3
does have to force Sans to defend for now as they gradually walk towards the objective. This is going to be
Onic Prime
struggle number one for Onic. How do they approach and how do they get into this area that's been heavily controlled and defended by Team Liquid Philippines?
They got a turret up top. The wind of nature
EXP
is
gave
OHEB, so now it's Sans.
CW go yaurigay matamda kaino tawidi yengudana bro adui matamda yam tei phubi grejani Team Liquid kai Onic na Onic ID na yam tei na yam sa tei na phubi grejani.
They have their ways to deal with the motivational
ado
wars
chum
and all
adi
the other
player to
sustains that
tokiba
people
taraga su
reference as well, and the armor
agai pamjaru buge kaino tawbai wani.
Curtain call ready. He's only with the back line. Severo finds it. It's a massive play for Onic. They're going to go look for disengage.
Lord Tigre yay.
For the Lord, Severo's got to be careful here. This could be a low game. JV with the flicker forward. Severo stayed for too long. He gets punished.
Achi positioning jaro bi shoy hai bazi.
Vengeance gets the kill on Sanji. Mid lane.
Ani ngara bo.
Ni tawri je. Go for the final slash now. A big astral
Lord chi jo mayai de pusale.
Anyway, for Tlph in the mid lane.
Lord harau de da.
There's no Severo. They have to deal with this only with the Star Shatters.
They're healing Tlph up. JP walks back in, giving the vengeance resets constantly here as Carl goes in again. Has the red tree. Tlp's doing a whole lot of damage. The curtain call. TZ taken down. That's a win of crowd already by Keyboy. Tlph walks back in. That's the win of nature that we were talking about. But again, Sans gets the shot. Sanford.
Come back. 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 Second ipan. Alpha second ipan. Come back. Nice. Nice. Come back. Come back. Come back. Come back.
Onic ID with a barrage that has been their counter for years. Saved themselves in a semifinals.
Come back. Come back. Come back. Come back. Come back.
I believe everyone is in shock after what we just witnessed.
Holy shield!
Holy shields! No one ever would have thought that we'd see Onic ID go with that kind of lineup, but they did! Here in MSC at EWC 2025, again, the semifinals. And our panelists did mention it felt like a hard plan B. It felt like it was too far from the signature Onic ID, but apparently now they make it work. We are all still in a state of shock right now. I'm wondering what our panel has to say about this.
Well, you know what? If Plan H works, man, or you know what? This is Plan B. Barats. Where do we start? Where do we even start?
I thought it was Plan Holy Shields.
Hey. Holy Shield. You know what? Plan B, Plan H, all of them are great. As long as you have a plan. As long as you have a plan, it looks good.
They went deep. Again, Liquid showed us the Hylos in the Alpha Game 2. Now Onic ID has gone for their cookie, man. Kyrie on a Barats and an Estes on Keyboy. I went into this game post-draft saying this is not a keyboard hero, but apparently his aggression and his attention to detail, where his teammates are, what the team fight's doing, how Savero is carrying them hard. And this allowed for Sans to farm up to a point of no return as well for Liquid, that they got punished hard. This is it. This is the wipeout angle.
Actually, they overextended there. They went too far, and you know,
too far.
Yeah, when you are leading and dominating all the game, you just can't stop. You just can't hold yourself and stop. Deep breath,
no time, sir.
Yeah, relax. And Liquid, we are on the horse. We are finishing. Okay, we are done.
I mean, that's a form of overheating. But to be fair, even during interviews and such, we hear that this is one of the strats that Team Liquid uses, which is to just keep on pressure to the point where they can't even react. And we heard that Kyrie said the team with the better mentality wins. So it really is fighting between both of us. This is more of a mind game rather than physical games.
And the Sky Kings did not crack this.
Yeah, man, really MVP Sans, man.
Threw at them. Looking at the post-game stats again. Writing was on the wall. Liquid was going to win this one if not for Onyx clutch gene and Kai. You know what? You're saying that it wasn't over just then. You're saying that maybe that
Karigumba alot bien hek taudraba.
He came in, knocked it up, taunted it, and killed it.
Onik lehore to. Alot bien hek taudraba. Oni tum lehore khang osimde. Alot bien hek taudraba. Onik lehore khang.
Assassin, sir, like an assassin with Dakota's welcome, stopping Carl in his tracks.
Yeah, that was really nice. Actually, that comeback, you know, I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. I was like, sadly, but it's 3-0. And Onic making such turn around, there's a bounce back and right into the face.
Can we talk about 6,000 damage per minute by Sans, by the way?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, a good chunk of this skewed the stats in the post late game phase.
ID keyboard yung agapamba ni CW ko yaw rin matamdadi holo na pami ko aduga tum ID nahan gi kano RRQ do no taraga so RRQ do support ito kay gino ay ba matamda kano tong ni ba ID RRQ ga ipos ka neba ina thai ngay na pamak pa to 2000 kano da
scale up that damage, making it so that no matter what kind of poke, either first skill or second skill that you do, you're just going to be racking it up.
Pero just no limit ko matam gito. Just no limit ko matam gi adi to gi nateleman ko matam. Moya to gi kano RRQ ga ipos ka neba pa mai to. Aduna RRQ si kano da sang bakanda ina support taw rito. Do ni da. Yang kana hoy team kano kitang ling bagi kano team Liquid na di hele. Adagi haujiki Onic na game kari ko kukado su kano neba.
That's a big no you moment.
Ako gi cheat neba man kari to. Adu ne batsu yaw ma dino item ni.
Yeah, I know. That's
CW ka bats ka. Naigidam ni adu de. Onicph ka SRG kara.
Let's return back.
SRG na low kare.
This matchup, right? I really feel like you said, going in really deep just to make sure what else do they have. And by the way, first win for Red Side. I mean, to be fair, still a very good track record for Blue. Maybe this is the reason why Onic really want that Red Side, just to have that very weird last pick. In this case, it was the Estes, well, Barats as well.
So with this, a singular win in a best of 5, yeah? Do they single-handedly say, we told you so, Red was a power side too? I don't know if that's the case, because Liquid can still bully you draft-wise. They can still force Kyrie on a non-assassin very easily from Blue and still get to this point. Because I'll tell you now, what if Liquid did not overheat? What if Liquid did what you just said and say, all right, we'll breathe in, we'll breathe out, we'll take it slow, you know, we know we can win this fight. What if?
What if?
You know, the words, it's esport. It doesn't work here. What if? Here, the result, Onic won that game. But I agree from the perspective that Onic should think about the first pick.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's the shortest point from A to B. It's the best way to solve a problem. You can open a coconut with a spoon, but why would you?
Yeah. I like What If, though. Amazing series. But either ways,
I like the second season.
haven't watched the second season. Anyways, for this matchup, yeah, I really feel like in a weird way it is still a battle of the junglers and also like the support system that they have.
Onicph hayang third place hana doin
as well as Severo. Like they are the standout for Onic right now.
Yeah, they are essentially the icing to the cake. They make what Onic's plans are possible, and they made that win so sweet for the Sonics.
ID keyboard pa man Kyrie di kaya kano kay daw de hoy magi skill so kano pa but tasing na ID role na thawai ta na yang pan sa na yeng madi keyboard ne ba kay gino di roaming the keyboard ne brusco ne ani sine ba na pa mi
boom yeah cool
there you go
adagi kano ka
too much.
Actually,
if the Suns goes down or they remove him,
big star shatter.
They only got problems.
At this point, gentlemen, we thought coming in to this tournament, like a few weeks ago, we thought there's not going to be a lot of picks in the mid, but now it looks the most versatile. We've seen so many different picks throughout this entire month.
Eve, Navaria, Farsa, Valentina, Kagura,
Kadida.
Sa ado nga si King Kong perform tau te kay gino kang di.
Zetian, don't forget.
Zetian, Kimi.
Yeah, right now, yes.
Kim di sana bawari na tato ira kay no kang di.
Kimi,
Selena,
Lilia.
I think we have one Sicilian game.
Yeah,
I think we have one Sicilian game.
Kasi na King Kong ni hele. King Kong ni hele bro. King Kong hele. Ani gi-play do yung. Ani maki-play do yung.
There was a Valir.
Yep, I hate that jungle is the tight lane now. I'm uncomfortable. Oh, no, I'm comfortable, but I hate that there's only so many. There's literally half a dozen junglers. That's it.
I don't know if I like or don't like that we don't see a lot of Suyo. Because as a frontline, I hate Suyo. But as a watcher, damn, Suyo's
ate bro, sustain hero gi wang action na taba. SS Zanglara moina. SS Zanglara moina. Sustain hero adagi assassin adagi MM assassin atu adagi wana tabidana.
Like during MSC, at least one Suyo, no?
Kay no ni heleba. King Kong sina kamay toro ke have matamda when the team desperately needed something miracle, King Kong can provide him.
Hey, it is what is it,
King
right?
Kong can provide to the team what the team need.
I'm almost scared.
Ese Zanglara moina, Kaba. But Kyrie na dunga magteba.
If you win, you just keep on using the same.
Ani mahit na have na taba. But
changing every single time.
Adapter ko matamda kano layeba.
In all 3 games so far have used the same gambit. We're threatening the Arlet Fredrin. What you gonna do about it? And they've always put Zushin on Sanji. That's it. So now the question, what if we switch it? What if we flip the
script? Heroes hana but they amana sustain firing kalo at the sustain firing kalo assassin to top time putara.
Onic might be building momentum
but
and they might have your number now.
Zanglara moina.
The same thing.
Ngasagi torok ka to mamathaw torok pangam ba to. Kano ne hele ba. King Kong ni King Kong ni hele ba to pangam ba to.
But is there any reason to change something that works? Actually, if they didn't throw out the previous game, they could win, and it worked from the beginning. So no reason to change for something like unexpected to just surprise the opponent.
Something that I think we have to discuss as well. Yes, Onic ID won.
Oh,
was too close for
right?
Because their draft really wants
to
at least a little bit, right? And I don't know, going up against a very high pressure team like Team Liquid, using that strategy again could win you the match, but it's not without its risk.
You know, I liked Onic idea just because even when they played like Liquid were leading 6,000 and still Onic could match them and they could beat them during the fights. It was hard, but they could.
So I'm a big fan of staying ahead of the curve. So I'd like to see Liquid switch it up so they don't have to rely on, again, the what if. They don't have to rely on the same momentum because slowly the momentum is shifting. Onic is building up. And here we see Liquid are on the same side with the same bands, but Onic has had it.
But yes.
40, get out of here.
Arnold Bento dito.
No, wait, no. 40.
Arnold Bento Ultra. Arnold Bento Ultra.
So
Arnold Bento Ultra.
Onic changed
Yeah.
something. We see another options for the
Si Pirates. Ado yung ko. Sige. Kano na na. Sentron na kano si Pirates po siya. Temes kam kano deal torok yung.
So maybe, maybe he goes for that assassin. So right now we can see Onic. They still pick up the box. I mean, like, to be fair, it could be jungle, it could be anything else.
Baksya wala para.
We don't know.
It's flexible pick for now, and the second.
Pakito.
We really don't know.
Because technically Pakito can go jungle. Granted, we haven't seen it. And granted, Pakito is a good matchup against the CC, but the theme of this best of 5 is what if?
So Liquid are still on the Zushin train. What's Onic to do? What else can they pull? Because these are already 2 unique picks halfway through the first phase.
Go Farsha right now. I think that's the option. That's the option. You need burst, you need to nuke. And with
Nati bro, Pakito hay taraga su team da contribute to why bam delay dito na poto.
Honestly, something that I'm also thinking of. We haven't seen Kalia in this series. Could really help out.
Why do we mana as Herit Kangre kano picture change to re.
Surprised about something else, not about him picking
up
the
change to re.
Now, looking at the bans, they're banning out the Granger. So I kind of feel like Onic this time, they want to move a little bit faster, right? Like make it so that they start to pressure TL more than TL can pressure them.
They got a lot of mobility for now. So Onic decided to make it hard for Jusin, for CC, to keep them in the same position. And they will just split and try to make a fast initiation.
They ban out gold laners, key picks that Oheb could use. The Granger and the Moskov. What is going to be left for the Filipino sniper here?
Who knows, he might go for the There's a lot of options still.
You're okay.
Farsa bet here again?
Severo
yes.
Never getting that Farsa.
I would like to see Farsa from the
fighter,
but okay. Sounds good, but they decided to take the first rotation.
So does Onic? I'm gonna juggle a few choices here. Eve or Selena?
Sana di ba mo na pressure like yung iba ko na pressure like
so you can you create a catch-up composition.
Honestly, if they pick up Kalia here, I'm all for it. Right? Just speed it up. Just kill Carl over and over again.
Yeah, and then just leave the surprise for
they pick up the Kadita though. So
nice.
Yeah, I feel like the idea is just to punish the front line. But yeah, I would prefer just picking up the Kalia because you're giving a chance for TL to pick it up.
Hey, it's a fish girl. It's still a fish girl.
Interesting, but they need...
I'm allergic to seafood.
They need to... something else, like dunk maybe from for the right side. So you need the initiation. You need, like, if you want with the AoE composition, so go for it. You got Pakito for the crowd control. Yeah, just add Badang. But the question is if Team Liquid gonna pick.
So there's the Gadot
for
Daddy JP. So again, there's a smorgasbord of gold laners left. And it's still the Claude.
Let me just say, for Onic, target is going to be very crucial for them because their damage profile is really all in on 1% at a time.
Yeah.
So the moment they're not in sync, the moment their chemistry is not there, the damage is not going to be looking good.
It's very positional.
Hit it later. Hit it.
I don't want to say skill shot based, but you have to have good mechanics and good foresight to make this 4 work so far. Not even the 5. While Liquid, my only real issue is damage profile too. It's all DOT. There's
King Kong bro.
But they have constant damage.
Yes.
So like maybe it's the plan
for
the game.
Constant damage,
yes, a lot of sustain. And the last pick.
It's Kalia.
Well, I mean, Fish Gold.
Kalian mali ay Dre na.
Still. What are your
Kalian mali ay Dre na.
Very fishy.
I like, yeah, but I like how halfway through we saw where it was going. We saw where, you know, Onic planned to put their pieces.
Kalian mali ay Dre na. Kalian mali ay Dre na.
I trust them. I believe that they know what they're doing with this.
I'll be short. Team Liquid got better composition and easily more simple.
Well, we'll see how it turns out because this time it's for Merkel and Brigida to call the game.
Who would have thought that in current meta, there's a chance
Adonai
we'll
Kalia
actually
good
see
here,
the
very good
Kalea come
here.
in as last pick.
Yep.
This is a chance for Onic to extend the series once more, because if not, Team Liquid, they're still on that match point. Welcome to game number 4 between Team Liquid and Onic ID. This is still do or die for them, and they decide to bring out a Paquito Cadito. What do you think about this?
Yeah, the Paquito first pick was honestly weird, right? It was paired with the Baksha. I think we instantly knew where it was going here. We knew the Baksha was going to go to the jungle. Yes, Lapu, I mean, there was a chance that the Paquito goes to the jungle. But knowing Tlph,
Ako'y mana hinjang manam nuksibo thongo we. Kaino sap physically gino sibo.
this is just like a comfort
Sap
for him,
physically
especially
gino.
when he's up against
Sap
CC for
physically
some
gino.
reason. Yeah, it's definitely some early aggression composition.
Sapa kanune minay masa sapa kanune hey. Tlph.
They're trying to look
and
trying to do what they failed to do in the group stage. Look, people hold on already. Sanford's on the match. Watch Unity. Vengeance already from Sanford. And first blood to Kai.
Oh, that cut was punished right there for Sanford. And it's been a while since we saw Onic ID actually get that much of an advantage against the so things have clearly changed a bit. As soon as we step into game number 4, and maybe this is something Onic where we could potentially expect Onic ID to be a bit more explosive. There are more ways for them to just keep going with the fights. Again, the cooldowns on the Paquito is one of the biggest adjustments that we saw. And even in terms of how smooth the combos just laid out for the Kadita too. So more comfortable game for them. Take a look at the emblems too. Could this like the Paquito nowadays, is it really gonna be all damage? Oh, hold on. That might be the answer, or maybe just the raw damage coming from the Paquito too, but this is a very aggressive start for Onic ID.
Okay, Baksha hyper.
They really want to get the ball rolling from the start here. They don't want to waste any time. And Kibo is already in a 1v1 against Tlph. Petrified, breath of the ocean, and the rough waves. The Revitalize gets into safety. The Appraiser's Wrath gets him a bit more HP with the Revitalize again. That's for Sanji, and Sanji walking up. It'll be called to win out the retreat battle. Tlph running for the hills. Sans caught the AOJ from JP to get the lead early and to take the snowball potential away from Onic ID.
Such a perfectly timed knockup from Sanji, not allowing Kyrie to even find a way to use that retribution in time. I mean, even Tlph just took a step back, laid that Appraiser's Wrath, brought Kyrie down to half HP. Even despite that very aggressive start for Onic ID, Team Liquid found their way around it once again, and that just accumulates. It denied, wow, what an expression. It denied the purple buff, but Sanji got taken down there.
Yeah, no Purify, very susceptible to a... I think what happened was a Tsunami Slam into Rough Waves combo.
So far, Team Liquid still in the lead, but this does feel like it's a much better situation for Onic ID. Even if you just look at the sides, Severo, well, Severo's been doing a great job so far, even in the past few games where we thought that Oheb was way ahead. He was actually keeping up, and now in the EXP lane, if you look at Tlph on the Paquito, which is again a surprise pick that came into the draft, he's managed Sanford much better compared to the previous games. And although there has been a bit of help from his teammates, I think this Paquito changes a lot in terms of the tempo of how Onic ID is able to play their game. I mean, look at that. He's just not scared of Sanford anymore.
Yeah, look at that knockout strike and the shield as well.
No?
Alright, Sanford has vengeance. He needs to respect that. Kai pops in shield Unity, trying to go for a pick there, but he knows that I think it's a bit too ambitious to look for a kill on any of these members. Carl, utilizing that spot, Appraiser's Wrath to take the purple buff away, setting up for an amazing turtle take here. Still has the retreat a level ahead of Kyrie.
Yeah, it was close. At least he still had the energy eruption to get the last hit, but if not, Kiboy would have...
Nice. Paquito in the way, yes!
Very good!
Very good. Very good. Very good.
It looked like such a good knockup, but wait, Keyboy, will he get out of this?
Will he get out of that? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so.
It looked like such a great AOG already. Every single member of Onic ID in that team fight got knocked up, but Sanji wasn't anywhere to be found. Tlph, he did have to deal with a lot as well after the combo from San. Sanford does use the curtain call, however, onto Tlph. But oh my goodness, the Pakiro. Or maybe this is why people or teams have been attempting to use the Pakiro all this time. Oh, but wait, JP.
He can go for the shield, go for the double shield, and he gets away again. Yeah. Pakiro's kind of nasty to be escaping with, right? You have a knockout strike, you have so many ways to just stay up with the first skill. That's what we've been seeing.
Tlph 0 or with 3 assists right now in that game, in this game, just missing out on 1 kill. And how much emphasis is put on the EXP lane has been an ongoing conversation so far in the current meta. And that's why, even for the past few games, we've put so much emphasis on the R-Lot, on Sanford, on how he's just able to constantly set the tempo for his team. Now it seems much more balanced, and even if you look at the gold, Luke is ahead by around 500, so that's already something. But Oheb, he's doing such a great job too in his lane up against Savero, up ahead by 800 almost?
Baited out in terms of beacon too. Yeah, Oheb's doing a good job in lane right now. BMI, a great way to deal with the Harrod later on in the team fights, especially considering this time Savero has to Purify. It'll be hard for Tlph to deal with it. TL on the turtle, Tlph holding the angle, getting himself with half HP there. Shield Unity over with the Breath of the Ocean too.
Retri game kulay jiye ngone, retri game kulay jiye ngone.
Kai with a poison, stealing.
Soy bani na aina soy bani ne. Quality aina soy bani ne. Tene te bitaron thamjarage yaar.
A lot, or just taking a lot of damage. Sanford doing so much with the curtain call, and Kai will fall. Look, he runs away. Suns should be able to escape, but again, Liquid wins out the turtle battle.
Yeah, it was just a bit off time for Keyboy. He did go in with the flicker, but didn't find the stun on whoever he wanted to go for in that moment. Had over the objective, and that curtain call definitely made a difference in this fight. He was able to tie down Tlph, and one of the heroes who definitely do not want to escape, but Savero with the Zaman Force will be able to escape this attempt from Team Liquid this time around. So Team Liquid just have to be really cautious of where Sans might just come from, where the combos could be laid onto, or who could be the target for Onic ID, because it's given that Onic ID have such an easy way to look for a pickoff from Team Liquid. And if earlier they were not as hesitant to even go for the likes of Tlph, maybe they have to consider it a bit more this time.
Team Liquid are just playing the fundamental game here. Kai walks up again, gets caught with the curtain call. That's giving the Tsunami snipe over to Mirror Image gets Oheb in range to get the blazing duet. Tlph just defending, and again Onic lose out in the skirmish. Kai barely surviving. TL looking for the capitalization in the mid lane as Tlph goes in for the knockout strike 2 times, and he actually evades from a taunt from 2 taunts.
That was a different take. Team Liquid walked right into
Onic
ID, knowing fully well that the combos were still there, that the damage could still come in, but that was a very brave call that Team Liquid did. Probably also confident enough in their abilities to reposition. Oh my goodness! One-on-one by Savero and Oheb. We gotta keep an eye out for these 2 gold laners, but going back, Team Liquid, they're just so close. Onic ID 2 years ago, they were also able to make things happen. They were also able to get an MSC for themselves. And we're the ones who failed, but they're going after JP this time. Hold on.
They can get, dude. They can't get anything else. JP still surviving for a bit. Ends up being Savero who gets the kill. TL were just too quick with it. They canceled the recall, so in the end, it was either Onic get nothing or Onic get JP for the Lord. And they chose JP.
Yeah. That's why they chased after him in the top lane. The damage from Oheb right now, his attack speeds, you could literally see it. And we're just waiting for the Lord to march up top. Now Onic ID have to defend this as much as they can. Once again, the grand final slot, the last slot on the line. And Team Liquid, after failing last year, they're just so close to getting there.
After failing 2 years in a row. Once to Onic they lost, the other to Falcons AP Bren. Yes, this is redemption for TL. With a 7,000 gold lead here in game number 4. It's looking like TL should be able to get it done. Again, Onic ID are really just banking on late game at this point of the game.
Yeah.
And even, that damage from Oheb.
I was about to say, Keyboy was trying to look for something for the entire 10 minutes in this game. He was looking for an angle to set up using the Tsunami Slam. He was looking for a target who probably did not have the Purify, but even if he did want to go for any of these members of Team Liquid, the response is the clapbacks just come in too fast. Oh, Karl walks right into Sans.
Yeah, great Breath of the Ocean there. Improvisation by Sans. He just wanted to check the bush, didn't expect Karl to walk up and dash on him. But he got the Breath of the Ocean cancelled any way that it could be bad. Could be a pick-off for TL. And we're back to just both teams playing it slow. TL have the 7,000 gold lead. There is absolutely no reason for them to push in. They've learned from what happened in the previous game. Again, TL were the ones in the lead in the previous game, folks. They were the fundamentally better team, but they got overzealous, walked in, gave a few shutdowns, and turned the game around, giving it to Onic.
Yeah.
Here,
see the last match we don't want guys. Good night on
there. But is it enough?
Yeah. Literally everywhere you look at it right now, every single player of Team Liquid is ahead.
They got Radiant Armors.
So there is absolutely no reason for them
to make such a big play
that could potentially be a risk, that could potentially put Onic ID back in this game. So they're going to play this very disciplined, they're just going to manage the waves. As well has been trying to manage the sides a bit whenever he can, but Oheb is just so quick to respond. Now what? JP, maybe it was was his first skill, right?
Yeah.
That got the last hit.
It's always unlucky, but for some reason, it's always JP to end with a buff. Hey, it's okay. You get a little bit of value. Maybe not in the mana regen, but hybrid. Oh man, they're just Oheb. Oh, that damage. Blitz this really quick. High. Shield Unity. You've seen this before.
Grand Final ying they are the Lord Chiam ko juk sin thangkala kan yung ko je. Juk sin thangkala kan yung ko to Loreto animag Loreto je. Loreto kadita zu Lore game Lore.
Now what do they do? Do they go for the Lord or do they try to end the game?
I just want to say, Sanji used his Crimson Beacon just now. Like the entire time, Kyrie went into him using down after that. Bob, he did not need to use the Crimson Beacon, and it seems like the call is to go for the Lord instead, because we put such great emphasis on how Team Liquid need to play this very disciplined. They're 10k ahead of Onic ID, and what happened just now, to a certain extent, you might say it was looking to be, or kind of like a mistake from Onic ID, or a miscalculation even, because it seemed like they wanted to go for a pickoff, but Sanji still had the Crimson Beacon, concerns. Also the Purify. So maybe not the best target to go for, and now
Grand Final Team Liquid really want to end the game with this push. You can see the way they are managing the waves. Slow push in the bottom lane, waiting for the next wave up top and in the mid lane. They really want to go for it right here, right now. 10,000 gold lead. Onic have been able to fight off a lot of crazy sieges before. Curtain Call locks him down though. Kai and Severo tied up together, looking in the mid lane, now goes for the knockout strike, and Sans jumps into the rough waves. Damage take him down, but it's going to be Tsunami Slam over to Fridge JP.
Tsunami Slam ga sino Sidrigo. Pakito oy na si Jala kadra na.
Pick up the kill. Turret down below, taken now. Keyboy able to escape. Severo pops in his bond force, but it's not enough damage to get him back. Piercer Sanji.
Jukshin gi Sky Pressure si diba. Jukshin gi Sky Pressure si diba loy ra jini.
Minion in the top lane.
to.
Onic are on their last legs. The curtain call comes inside.
ลอยเลยเกมลอยเลยเกมลอยเลยเกมลอยเลยจุกชินตุเปลี่ยนเตาดิโนจุกชินตุเกมเปลี่ยนเตาดิโนมีนายมาซาซา
To the grand finals of MSC 2025 at the Esports World Cup.
We are gonna stay quiet for some time.
The GOAT has shushed us.
The GOAT has shushed us.
เปลี่ยนเตาดิโนว่าจุกชินตุมีนายมาซาเปลี่ยนเตาดิโนว่าจุกชินตุ
The cavalry who's
เลยยอดไม่นะ
holding the hopes
จุกชินตุเปลี่ยนเตาดิโนว่า counter ตรงกันบราสุนัตตะวะ
failing twice have
In
made
a row.
it to the grand finals of MSC. A near perfect run, Mirko. Only dropping a total of 2 games. And all to Onic ID at that.
ยำเก็บยำเลย
And now in
Silent
the
na rin
end,
eh.
they are the ones who actually come out on top. Wow.
TLPH. Carl Tlph. Before this matchup, we saw an interview, we heard from Kai. He wants to be #1. He wants to beat Carl. And if he does, he'll be #1. But it seems for quite a while longer, it'll be one man up top. Carl Tlph, who has a chance now to complete his trophy cabinet. Another one to add to the many trophies he's had, the many achievements.
Good night, Doro, guys. Good night.
Been able to secure in MLB.
Good night, good night, good night.
With this team, only from the start, I think a lot of people kind of expected them to make it to the finals. But they got a tough challenge up ahead.
It's the defending champions that are awaiting them in the grand finals. But man, the versatility this guy showed us. From a Hayabusa to an Alpha to a Fredrin.
And then Fredrin to secure it. The hero that got him his second world championship title.
Yep. He's definitely comfortable with this. And now we do want to hear more from the young GOAT. So we're throwing it over to the stage to hear the winner's interview.
Thank you very much, friends. Yes, I am indeed right now with Team Liquid's own GOAT. It's Mr. Carl Tlph. Congratulations on this massive win in the semis and advancing on to the grand finals. Now, I want to ask you a few things here. Look, Kyrie said that you are the #1 jungler in the world, the GOAT himself. What do you have to say now that the dust is cleared? Because he said if he beats you, he'll be #1, but obviously didn't happen.
I'm just really happy that he acknowledged me as his #1 jungler, and I saw one interview that he said I be ready to lose Carl like that, and I have a lot of respect for Kyrie, but I'm very disappointed on what he said to me.
Humility still at the end, but look, you sure showed him in game. That's what matters at the end of it. And look, you avenged yourself against Onic here. MSC 23 still holds a piece, even though it was 2 years ago, in your heart. You've been at the top for so long. How do you keep that energy to compete still and be the #1 even so many years into your history with MLBB?
Of course, #1 is the love for the game and having fun. That's the more important thing to me right now. I'm having fun, I'm playing, and that's what makes me motivated.
It's a very healthy way to look
They
at it.
They can have fun, and here I am with a lot of tension.
Very much
Carl,
so.
the GOAT, yeah,
look,
man.
You play SRGOG in the grand final. They're the defending champions
The GOAT of jungler.
NSC. Is there anything that you have to prove to them and SRG fans out there? Maybe avenge Onic PH or anything like that?
For me, I don't have anything with SRG, but I want to beat Coach Arcadia again.
And that's the last piece, actually, because you broke their streak, their 126-day streak. You know, it's been a bit. You know, Coach Arcadia has been on there for a while, hasn't been able to beat you since those olden days on Echo. What do you have to say to him now, leading up to that game?
I don't have anything to say to Coach Arcadia. Just have fun and let's put up a good fight tomorrow.
Very good, very good, very good. And Sakai said it that he's also looking for revenge because you broke his streak. Anything to say to him too?
Sakai is my best friend. Really, he's my best friend, and let's give a good fight tomorrow.
Very much looking forward to it. One more time for Carl Tlph, the GOAT himself, and Team Liquid victorious and on to the grand finals. Thank you all. Thank you, Carl Tlph, and congratulations again. Back
The
to the
GOAT.
panel.
The GOAT.
Thank you very much, Milos, as well as the GOAT, Carl Tlph. And that's the best piece of advice. If you're having fun, it doesn't feel like work, which makes it so that essentially can grind endlessly. And I kind of feel like for us here on the panel, hey, we agree. We're having fun and feels great to be here.
That's
Everyone
why
is
Carl
having
Tlph
fun
is the
except
GOAT.
us.
That's why he's the face of MOBB, because at the end of the day, he's just a kid who loves the game. It just so happens that he's made a lot of money and won a lot of tournaments doing that.
You know, I also keep crashing.
That's by the way, we're just
being
true. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, and I also want to say some words. I like the atmosphere from Carl Tlph. He said, you know, just having fun, and he also said, actually, Sekai is one of my best friends, and you know, it's so friendly, it's so cute, and I'm pretty sure that tomorrow they will show us the atmosphere of the friendship and of the competitor.
Yeah, and honestly, this really shows how the top four, they're really close with each other, because Carl Tlph, the GOAT, and I would say Sakai's still technically rising jungler coming in from Malaysia. Even having the name
Very much
Sky
good night.
Prince,
Very
he
much good night.
doesn't really give off the air that I'm better. Like, he's very
Very
humble.
much
So
good night.
we can see how Carl and Sakai's like are on the same wavelengths. Like, we're good, but honestly, we're just here to have fun. It's really not to gloat or anything.
Sakai is following in the footsteps of Carl.